What is it called? The eclipses bullshit. That right now, it gives us the attitude that we have in LA to where.
What it good be? Hopefully this is what it should be. This is your boy N-O-R-E.
What up, it's DJ EFN.
And this Drink Chest motherfucker Yappy Hour. Make some noise! Now, when we started this show, we said we wanted to give it to legends. We wanted to give they flowers while they alive. These brothers here have both been dominating the game, dominated two fields, both of them in movies. You know, these guys got their own podcast, both legends, West Coast. So I want to start the show off by off top, giving them they flowers. Off top. Off top. Off top. Give me your flowers, bro.
That's the shit right there. We official.
Yeah, we official.
Yeah.
We've been trying to sit down with them for a minute, man.
Now, you had something to do with Malibu's Most Wanted?
Man, yeah, I was in Malibu's Most Wanted, man. Shout out to the homies, man. High C, the little homie High C and DJ Quik. We actually Croft and Quik was going up to the audition for the shit that day, and there was a whole bunch of different little rappers up there and stuff. Daz was up there, Chinky was popping at that time. He was up there, and they was like, they wanted motherfuckers to really battle. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
They wanted motherfuckers to really battle, you know, so I went up there and smacked a few cats in the head, you know, and had me a part in the movie, you know what I'm saying?
Now, Eiht, I always wanted to know, why you never put a G in the Eiht?
Experienced in hardcore thumping.
Because I heard you say that you got your name from KRS-One, right?
Well, you know, back then it was big on the numbers and the freshes and the MCs and all that. So I just went with MC Eiht, man, trying to be different. You know what I'm saying? But I was a high fan of KRS-One. You know what I'm saying? So that's where it came from. I tried to pattern it after that.
That's crazy.
Because I always wanted to know what it stand for. Now I know. You know what's funny shit, right? I tell the story all the time. This is part of the story I didn't say. John Singleton was my homie, right?
Right.
And like before he passed, I would always like fuck with him, like, yo, when you gonna put me in Snowfall? And he looked at me one time and said, "You will never be in Snowfall." He said, "Your East Coast accent is so fucked up. I could never pass for a West Coast actor." He said, "No matter what you do, Nor, you can't get away from it." And I was like, "Holy shit!" So what I was going to do, I swear to God, I told that side of the story. This is the side of the story that I didn't tell. If John Singleton told me that one more time, what I was going to do was I was going to go hang out with you for a month. I was going to just hang out with you for a month. Because, boy, let me just tell you something. If you blind somebody and they hear you talk, West Coast all day.
Okay.
All day. Like, have you ever, like, tried to, like, do another accent or...
No, I've never been asked, you know, with movies or whatever, even with the video game.
Grand Theft Auto, right?
Yeah, they was just like, be you. It's distinctive, I guess, you know what I'm saying? And it presents West Coast, so I love that shit. All day.
But I heard you're in Grand Theft Auto, but you never played Grand Theft Auto?
No, I never played that shit. I get dizzy as fuck playing them moving around fucking games and shit. You feel me? So, no, I never played the shit.
You never played your own character?
No.
Nah, it's live. I would have did that.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie. I was in Def Jam Vendetta. I wouldn't play with no one else.
No shit?
I would just use myself.
So I never got to play it. I mean, I wasn't interested in it. Doing the shit was... All the kids loved it. You know, I came home.
That's big,
Yeah, they loved it, but I never played the shit. Never even watched the shit. Yeah.
I heard you say that Pac was at the table reads.
Right.
For Menace II Society.
Yeah.
Everyone thought this was speculation. So you saying 1,000,000% he was supposed to be Sharif?
Yes.
That's kind of well known, though. It's known.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We talked about
they wanted him to play Sharif. Yeah.
He didn't want to be the positive character.
It wasn't that he didn't want to be it, but he wanted them to show why.
Yeah, he wanted to twist. He wanted to change the character, and they didn't want to do it, right?
Like, okay, if you got Lorenz being old dog, and then Eiht's doing this, and then everybody has these characters where, they're heavily neighborhood.
Right.
But he's supposed to be the voice of reason. And we all know Tupac, with his roles and all that shit, he wasn't the voice of reason. So why am I, the noble one? So he wanted them to at least show why he changed.
What led him to that?
Yes.
Right.
Show me killing a nigga or something. Show my nigga going, show a nigga going to jail or some shit, and me getting changed in jail or something. But y'all gotta show why I became him when we in this motherfucking land of everybody's notorious.
So he was just trying to just change the whole script up and shit.
Didn't I tell your ass you wasn't doing no interviewing today? Today they interviewing. Yes. He wanna start. He like he on the pod. Fuck it. Put him on that side. He gonna start asking questions too and shit.
Yeah. So, oh man, how has West Coast? And this is a question for both of y'all, because I remember the West Coast sound being like Roger Troutman, like that type of thing. Then it turned gangster, and then it turned, well, it's still gangster, but it's like this new age. How are you embracing the new age? And I'm not talking Kendrick. I'm talking about the new up and coming West Coast artists. And question to both of y'all.
Steele?
You know what? I embrace all of it, man. Anytime the little homies out there getting to their money and getting to their bag and everything. But I think the thing that made hip hop was the regional thing. Mm-hmm. Like you listen to somebody, like when I listen to y'all album, I got a story based on where y'all was from. You know what I'm saying? When you're Easy in them, you're supposed to be able to get a reflection of Compton. And I think as long as they stay, I think if everybody just stay in their lane to make the game a little bit more better, it'd be a lot more parity. Because right now, everybody sound like they either from Detroit, Atlanta. At first it was Atlanta. Now Detroit got their thing going on with little triplets on the drums and all that. So you hear everybody doing that shit, just like they was on the shit from England for a minute.
Yeah.
We need to start going back to our shits, you know what I mean? To where, oh man, you can tell he from the West Coast. Like, you know how you said when you hear Eight's voice, it's distinctive.
Right.
Because this motherfucker exude West Coast. He don't give a fuck, You exude where you from. He exude where he from, and I think that's what make hip hop dope. But I'm not mad at the little homies for them doing what they do. And I just think that's because the problem is with the West Coast is they suffer from the quoted on syndrome. If you notice, every
the what on? What you say?
The quoted on syndrome. You know, you get jumped in the game. Every rapper on the West Coast outside of him come from that NWA family tree. When you think about it, everything is kind of like extended from there. You feel what I'm saying? Suge went and pillaged, Ruthless Records, and look at that generation. That spawned, the Eminems, the Games, and all them other people, 50 Cent, and all of them. But it was a time to where if you wasn't from up under that Dre thing, wasn't nothing shaking. He was one of the only dudes. I think him and Ice.
Right.
Him and Ice kind of broke out of that because they was with a DJ.
King T too.
Yeah, King T.
Yeah.
But they were all in the same thing. That was under DJ Unknown's thing. So the DJ played a real pivotal part in hip hop, and a lot of times the DJ don't get their props no more, and I think that's it. You got to remember, Nori, when y'all cats came in the game, it was a barrier to entry in hip hop. Motherfucker didn't have for $50 an hour to go to the studio, so you had to have somebody that was gonna plug you up, kind of, and hook you up. Motherfuckers getting beats off the internet now, dog. Ain't nobody in there coaching them up, so they just going off what they think is hot, and ain't nobody really being developed.
Rap is different, and that's coming from everywhere. My era was telling stories. There was a lot of things we saw as far as growing up in the neighborhood. Now, not to take away from the youngsters, because it's a different sound. You feel me? I try to listen, and but like I said, I was 19, 18 once. All I cared about was the neighborhood and who we could pop and who we could roll on. So you got a lot of that in youngster music would want to, stand on their identity as far as where they come from.
Right.
But it's different because in my days, West Coast music was about storytelling. You know, we all told stories of the neighborhood. I tried to tell stories of growing up and the negativity I saw as far as both sides. You know what I'm saying? We was gang banging, we was neighborhood, but it was still a downfall to that shit.
Right, like beware stories. Like
a lot of stuff is glorified today in young music, you know.
And social media has changed the landscape of it.
So my take on it is, you know, it's just it's just the trendy shit. It's what they see, what they hear. It's what they think is popularized. It's what you think they're going to get a fast buck off of. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I look at how West Coast music is with the youngsters coming up today. Want to solidify their identity, representing where they from. But, you know, it could take a turn for the worse because we got a lot of niggas dying right now behind our culture. You feel me? Right. Which is sad to say. But I can't be judgmental. Because like I said, I was 18, 19 too. You couldn't tell me shit when I first started rapping. Right. It was all about the neighborhood and nothing else. And I don't give a fuck. And I'm going to talk about it, tell you about it. And if you got beef with it, then that's what's going to happen. Right. As you get older in music, you try to change. You see the downfalls. So you want to change the aspect. But it's still the same. A lot of youngsters get it from just coming up in the neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? It got a lot of that still.
Right.
Now, you from Long Beach, right?
Yeah, I'm from North Long Beach. I came out to California, originally from Cleveland, Ohio in 88.
Wow.
87 going on 88. I went out there to play football and wound up getting into all kind of other shit. You know what I'm saying? All kind of other shit. All kind of other shit.
Motherfucking football practice, I'll tell you that.
You know what I'm saying? It's a whole bunch of
shit. About these football programs in LA and in the West Coast.
That's the hood took me under right there. Feel me? Still came out to Cali and was like, got a glimpse of the hip-hop and the females and the niggas on the corner and the blocks and that bread. You know what I'm saying?
It was just so much motherfucking money back then, man. I ain't have a dime in my pocket, man.
And that nigga on the football thing, you know what I'm saying? He getting ham sandwiches and shit. That nigga wanting steaks and shit.
I'm going to tell you, the allure of the motherfucking cripping and the blood, and I never got into the gang banging aspect because it was the money. You feel what I'm saying? I had a homeboy one day, I was like, man, he called me Ohio when I first came out there. Ohio. Man, Ohio, you need some bread, dog? Man, you need to get you a sack. And I said, man, what's the sack? You know, let me get with a sack. I went over and saw the Mexican homie, man, got a 5-0 double up, $50 double up, man. It was on from there. Motherfucker was scaling. Changed the motherfucker's life for the negative. But I'm going to tell you, man, it was different back then in the West Coast. It was real grimy, man.
It was dangerous.
Hell yeah, and once you get a pistol in the back of your head a couple times, dog, that'll make you kind of redirect. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
You kind of redirect because that shit was real. Ain't nothing to be glorified. There was a lot of foul shit that went on, you know?
Right, because you being from Long Beach and you being from Compton, right? And to see this gang culture, like that shit is like almost as big as hip hop.
Oh, definitely.
Like it's worldwide.
Before hip hop, a lot of people, talk about the influence in hip hop and all, but I was gang banging before I even knew what fucking hip hop was.
Right.
You get me?
Like I just came from Paris and I seen Crips in Paris.
Yeah, internationally.
It's everywhere. For me, like I said, growing up, it was, me, moms, my sister, my little brother. Pops wasn't in the home. Neighborhood was rough. You kind of you fall into it, and so it was before hip hop. Right. I was gang banging. You get me? I kind of half and half. You know what I'm saying? I was fully gang banging when I put out my first record, second record. You get me?
When you say gang banging, when you say when you put out your second record, you mean
I was still in the neighborhood.
He was active.
Yeah, I was still in the neighborhood. I didn't know where else to go.
Right.
You get me?
I'm still selling crack. My first album.
I never wanted to be.
I get it.
I never wanted to be looked at as the rap nigga. Right. You get me? I the hood.
One foot in, 1 foot out.
So we leave the studio, we to the hood.
Right.
We leave a show, we to the hood. You get me? I had concerts, I go pull up tour bus in the hood and put every motherfucking nigga from the neighborhood, and we going to the concert. That was my belonging, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't, the rap shit and hanging in the clubs and all that shit, to this day, I still never got on that aspect, you get me? Even though I'm still not venturing to the neighborhood every day, but I never wanted to be symbolized as the rap nigga. Right. Nigga, I'm just telling stories. Right. This is what happened on my block yesterday, and so fuck it. I got an avenue to where I don't have to go on the block and sell some crack. I can go to the studio and tell y'all what happened in the hood last night. And then that keeps me from, because we was going to jail every other day in the neighborhood. You know, before the rapping, just for standing out on the block, you go to you get picked up. I was tired of that. You know what I'm saying? You got to do something else. And just face it, I wasn't good at selling crack. I take my money, as soon as I make some money, I'm gonna give me a rent the club car, pick up the homies, and I wasn't, my entrepreneurship in the dope game wasn't. So the rap shit, you know what I'm saying? Because like I said, I just want to be the hood nigga. I didn't want to be the baller, the big time nigga. And when I started rapping, you know, he'll tell you right now, niggas, oh, you the legend, and I'll be like, stop calling me that shit. I'm just a regular ass nigga who was telling stories about niggas I was associated with. And I'm sure it was niggas in your hood going through shit, in your hood, and the niggas in here. That's what I rapped for. I won't be the nigga, you know, all this shit, it wasn't me.
So you never considered yourself like a hip-hop head?
No.
Because you did say you were inspired by KRS-One, so that's as hip-hop as it gets.
But once you fall into the neighborhood shit, nigga, that's what I am. And then once I started rapping, I was always like the private, quiet nigga, so I didn't like doing all the hip-hop shit. Right. You get me? I didn't feel that shit. So I just wanted to be known. Today, when niggas be like, oh, Eiht, I'm like, dude, I'm just like you, nigga. You feel me? I just found another way to hustle it. You get me? You know, and I'm sure y'all going through it over there, so let me come up with some shit to where I can reach niggas on the aspect of they struggling. We probably all doing the same shit. Whether you got on motherfucking Converse or Timbos or motherfucking sandals or whatever, we going through the same shit, so let me talk about that. And then don't feel alienated when I'm around. I'm like you, my nigga. You know, with the fandom and all that bullshit. Nah, nigga, we gonna stand right here. We gonna blow a blunt. We gonna kick it. We gonna chop it up about some regular shit, and that's it. So that's what I've always looked at myself as.
Let's talk about the podcast for a second. Didn't y'all start out as 4 people?
Man, that's a whole.
What happened there?
I was trying to keep from falling, and then I
thought you were just bugging out.
Yeah. I thought she was finna shake it up and start pouring it all over you. You done won the championship, nigga.
I was like, Jamie done lost her mind.
That's the podcast. That's the people that love the podcast.
That's what I said. Hit y'all here from my way out there.
Your ass go.
It was 4 y'all first?
Man, it was 4.
I came in late.
Okay.
I'm the late edition.
I like making the band.
Yeah. So, you got to break it down when you get into that shit.
I'm going to tell you what happened. And I ain't really trying to say these niggas' names, man, and make motherfuckers famous. You know what I'm saying? But
get quiet on the set with that.
Yeah, it was originally 3 of us. The first episode, it was me, myself, and 2 other cats, right? Okay. I had the idea maybe a year and a half before we ever even put it out. I said, man, I'm going to do a show, put together a podcast. And this one, it wasn't 50 million motherfucking podcasts everywhere. It wasn't nobody.
Right.
And I said, this is what we going to do. So I put it together, right? The Gangster Chronicles, I'll tell you who it was originally was going to be. It was going to be myself, rest in peace, Big Psych from Out of Thug Life.
Oh, wow.
And it was going to be this man right here. I actually told him about it, right? But I started having ideas. I got in the podcast and I said, I want to do something different. You know what I mean? I want to talk about hip hop, like gangster rap, but with the criminal element, but with the real, because there's a lot of grimy motherfuckers in hip hop, right?
Right.
So it was me and them two cats at first. We knew one of them was going to jail. One of them had just got a case, so he was going to be going to jail in 6 months. I didn't want to be on the show, really. I had plans that opened up a whole network. I had a homeboy that worked for CBS out on the West Coast, and me and him had been talking about it, so I was just going to get my...
Wow, we did that too. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was going to get my Suge Knight. That was just when y'all came in the... I was just going to get my Suge on with the podcast, because I said, this is the new motherfucking record deal. I said, I'm about to jump on this shit before all these other niggas find out about it, right?
Early,
So... we get to doing that, man, everything is cool. And I say I'm gonna bring this one cat in because he's kind of like got the sociologist thing going where he study gangs and shit like that. So I bring him in.
Who, Alfonso?
Yeah. We start, don't even say no more.
Okay,
because he's a weirdo.
I didn't know he was a part of the show, though.
Yeah.
I thought he was just a guest.
Yeah. I put all three of them cats together, right?
Right.
And so I had a thing
you
going.
fucking me up right now. I didn't know that.
I had a thing going, right? And so I'm going to tell you something that success breed for weak-minded motherfuckers that ain't used to shit. They start thinking they the reason for the season, right? So dude, one day... one of the homies told me, I'm going to say his name because he's a cool motherfucker, James McDonald, right?
Okay.
James is a loyal motherfucker, dog. Them other two motherfuckers that left, I didn't give a fuck. I wouldn't have pissed on them motherfuckers if they was on fire. Not like that, but
yeah, I know
you know what I'm saying?
Like that.
You know what I'm saying?
Not like that, but like
that.
He was a good dude, loyal ass dude, right? And but when the allegations, it's speeding up, when all this stuff started coming out, man, we still in Los Angeles, dog. It's a certain code that you gotta live by if you from the streets. And when those allegations came out, I just couldn't associate with the brand no more. It's like you can't be a show, even if you're talking about gangster rap, you can't be a show talking about you, the Gangster Chronicles, and this motherfuckers that don't probably cooperated with somebody. Not saying that's what he did or did, but those what the allegations were. So I had to distance myself and keep it pushing. But I was always thinking about bringing them in because the other dude was tripping. Like he thought he was just a king.
The gang specialist?
Yeah, the gang specialist.
Okay,
the gang intervention dude.
The gang specialist.
So I was thinking about, really replacing him, and then Charlemagne, because it was motherfuckers starting to holler at us. It was a gang of people that hit us up, talking about, man, we want to, do something with y'all. So I was like, man, all this shit gonna be, we in motion, right? So Charlemagne hit me one day. Shout out to the homeboy Glasses Malone, because he assigned Glasses show, and he was like, man, I've been watching this one show about the shit that niggas, the OG niggas from, I said, might well say old niggas when you hear OG, right? So, and he was like, yeah, he hit us up, right? And so he was like, man, I think y'all need one more person, because it was just me and James at first, right? And he said, what you think about MC8? And I was like, thank you, God. I was hoping he didn't say none of them other weird motherfuckers. Because you know how people can be with this shit, man. You try to get some shit going you can never get it off the ground. And so we've been rocking ever since then, man. But this podcast shit a headache, dog. You gotta, we've been on 5 years, dog. It ain't as easy as people think it is.
Nah, it's not as easy. Yeah. What was your favorite guest?
My favorite guest, man, I got a couple of them. I got my nigga Too Short. Short Dog was a good guest, man. He was a good guest. And Crip motherfucking Mac.
I know him with all the tattoos on his face.
Yeah, Crip Mac.
I see. I don't know him.
And the homeboy Lil Sody, rest in peace. My homeboy Lil Sody. Lil Sody's, man, history in Los Angeles, the streets just so extensive, man. And thick, and he's just a real solid dude. He just lost his life not too long ago in a car accident going back out to Vegas.
That was one of the
So rest in peace. Yeah, he just got to react, because you get them episodes to get reactions in the streets. Like when I talk to the homies, they don't give a fuck. They just, you know how you got the G homie, he tell you, man, you had that sucker ass nigga on there, that motherfucker ain't this and that. But Sody was one of them motherfuckers that everybody respected.
Right. How about you? What was your favorite?
I think my favorite was the dude who broke out of prison.
Oh yeah, he was good too. We had a cat that broke out of prison twice.
Man, twice.
Wait, what?
Twice. Niggas made a movie about him. Niggas made a movie about him.
This is a motherfucker, man. Man, he had me sitting there like, The whole show, nigga, I couldn't ask a motherfucking question. I was just amazed, like, God damn, and how do you do it? He was like, shit, nigga, I got this and I got the blueprint.
He said twice he broke out?
He broke out twice.
With a heavy-set Caucasian woman.
Well, that motherfucker was like,
he met on the phone in there, dog, gamed up. She went and brought him the shit he need. And this motherfucker crawled up through the vents and jumped out the window.
Wow.
And she drove him to the hotel.
Wow.
And he got caught because he told that bitch, fuck you, as soon as he got out. And once he got out, and she told on his ass, snitched on his ass.
That was my favorite guest right there. That nigga swore.
He was a cold motherfucker.
Yeah, definitely.
So, and then I'm gonna bring Zeno in as a guest host. But I wanted to ask you something that I asked all. Now, all artists, period, but particularly California artists. Is LA the most dangerous place for a rapper? Ooh. I like how you're thinking about it. You just asked Schoolboy Q that. I don't know if you saw it.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, yep.
LA is dangerous because of how the gang element sets in to play. Me growing up as a gangbanger in hip hop, it was dangerous for myself.
Wow.
Just because I was claiming a neighborhood.
Right.
Niggas didn't like the neighborhood.
Right.
So you have to carry that with you.
Right.
And you're a public figure.
Goddamn right. So I had to, you gotta move accordingly, man. Man, today, it's cool, but shit, I've had niggas tell me, like, nigga, we was supposed to get you, and niggas paid us to come at you, and nigga, we saw you over here one day, and whoop-de-whoop. It's a dangerous place. Man. And just because of like I said, when you a rapper and you claim in a neighborhood, now you got that aspect.
Because anybody that got beef with that neighborhood now has beef with you.
You goddamn right.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck about no rap music.
All right.
That was my thing. Like, I'm a rapper, but I'm still, niggas know me from back in the day.
That was just a hustle. Right.
So I don't give a fuck because you a rapper, nigga. You at the motherfucking light and you in the neighborhood you ain't supposed to be in, you might get shot up. That is, you have to, man, and that ain't even got shit to do with the niggas who just out to jack niggas, you feel me? Right. So now if you a motherfucking hip hop artist and you come to LA and niggas is greedy and they hungry, they gonna get on the aspect of shit. Now you just got the regular jacking niggas.
Right.
That ain't got nothing to do with the niggas who gonna try to sweat you for gang banging and where you from and why you wearing that. Man. Where you from? Oh, you from New York or Miami or whatever. Now it's like the aspect of shit, nigga. That now we just finna do some shit just because we wanna show y'all, nigga, it's treacherous out here. So it's dangerous as fuck. Now, motherfucking other places is just as greedy and grimy though. Right. Yeah. Rap life, goddammit. If you ain't the happy rapper, right? I don't give a fuck if you ain't even claiming a neighborhood. If you associated with anything, you got to watch out.
I remember at one point though, you being a rapper like gave you that safety net. Like the hood would be proud of you. Like when did that change?
Man,
or was it the same for him from where he comes from?
I don't know, Nori. See, the internet made shit dangerous, dog.
Yeah.
Because you can see motherfuckers where people at in real time. You know, that's why I'm not. It's sad, but I don't let my family post pictures like, don't be doing that shit. Yeah. Wait till we get home and be doing that shit.
It's crazy. It's a motherfucking an acceptance. Like the homies, like, oh yeah, nigga, won't do. But that ain't got shit to do with the niggas on the outside. We don't give a fuck because you rapping. We beefing with your neighborhood.
Right.
You from over there.
Right.
We don't give a fuck if you rapping and got Grammys and a podcast and all that shit, nigga. You from over there, so if a nigga's a bit, and especially if it's one of them niggas, if it's one of them motherfuckers like, I don't give a fuck, he finna serve you. It don't matter. So that's just like I say, and that right now, it gives us that attitude that we have in LA to where some niggas don't fuck with some niggas and some rappers don't fuck with some rappers because first it is there first. Right. Their neighborhood is everything and they rather please them than getting on a song with so and so. You get me?
And you got a lot of cats from out of town that's going out there starting to claim neighborhoods now.
Right.
The shit is crazy.
That they ain't really from.
That's the fucked up part about it. They really from these places, and a lot of times what happens is they come out, they really hanging out with motherfuckers like you $1 million man. What is you riding around with this broke motherfucker that ain't got nothing to lose for? Like, why you want to go hang out with him? I don't understand it.
Right.
And motherfuckers is really, and they holding you to that. When you start talking about you gonna do this, they breaking bread like a motherfucker.
Like I said, growing up in the hood is treacherous.
And why in particular LA and that I believe Schoolboy Q said it's because people come and check in. And he said
he blamed it on check-in.
He was like, most of the time when people check in, you checking in with somebody who got beef with the other neighborhood.
Yeah.
And do you think that's the problem?
Probably a lot of problems.
Me being a old school cat, I don't, I never really got the checking in thing. Niggas came to town, they came to town. Like, I'm good friends with, since way back, Face, Primo. Niggas come to town, they hit me up, Eiht, what's up? Shit, back in the days, I took Scarface and Bushwick through the hood.
Right.
With the heat in the trunk and everything.
Right.
I mean, niggas gonna get me, they gonna get them, so I gotta protect them. Checking in is the thing niggas, they claim they do now, because somebody, I guess you're supposed to know somebody affiliated with the neighborhood, and you want to let niggas know your presence then, but sometimes that might not be a good thing. Niggas want to post where they at now and location and that's that new shit.
Yeah, like, really, if you come to LA, you ain't got to check in with
the nigga where
I know you there.
Right, exactly.
Like it's a motherfucker, that's some like movie shit, like it's somebody at the LAX just waiting on I see him with the binoculars out and shit, and I ain't checking in with no motherfucking body. I'm going to go handle my business and get the fuck on.
I think Schoolboy Q said, stay your ass in Beverly Hills.
Yeah, I mean,
that's what I'm saying.
if you coming to town on some fucking hip-hop industry shit, then stay industry.
Right.
That's real. You to go stay somewhere, go venturing into the neighborhoods, that's dangerous. You taking that upon yourself. Right. You know what I'm saying? When you go into them treacherous neighborhoods, when you visiting somebody town, like they said, if your ass is there on some celebrity, Hollywood shit, stay in Hollywood.
It's just about being respectful too, man.
Right.
Because you can go anywhere, man. I think, man, the Ghetto Boys had a song called The World is a Ghetto. That's the realest shit ever.
Right.
You come down here being disrespectful, you can get your top knocked off. You know what I'm saying? You can be in one of these little towns on the outskirts somewhere, you go up there talking slick, it's going to be on, man. You got to remember, man, one thing that happened in the 80s, man, is you had the migration of the dope gang. You had a whole bunch of cats that was coming, to the Midwest.
That's why I said Ice Cube Summer Vacation. That explains a lot right there.
Like the real song. So what happened was, it's not like motherfuckers was going to St. Louis and just tying St. Louis niggas up. This your block. No, they came down with them good prices and came in love and peace. And that's how the work got done. Because you can't walk up in nobody's section talking about we run some shit, man. You fuck around and get sent home. I don't care where you from.
All right. Real talk. Yeah, let's bring Zeno in. Come on, Zeno. Come on in. All right, before we go, let's talk about Johnson Street in Compton.
Johnson Street.
That's where you from, right?
I am from a neighborhood called Tragnew Park. I grew up in a neighborhood called Spooktown, which is on Johnson Street.
Okay.
This is all Compton, right?
Yes. Where I grew up is on the east side of Compton. You would think, regular neighborhood, whatever, but it was vicious. We had the Mexican gangs over there. We had the black gangs over there. Like I said, it was, I think it was CV70s and it was the Spook Towns. We lived at the end of the block. Me, moms, my sister, little brother. Around 13, I started gang banging.
What year was that?
It had to be early 80s.
Early 80s.
I was just, gang life was what it was, man. it was belonging. I didn't have an older brother, you know, cousins and all that was still back in Mississippi. You know, so it was just a way for, I guess, for me to, you know, have that love. You get me? My household, you know, my sister was older. She was doing her thing. My little brother was too young, so I connected with the neighborhood. You get me?
And this right here was all pre-hip hop though, like gang culture pre-hip
This
hop.
was before hip hop. We didn't even have no fucking hip hop.
So then there was a big difference. So there was a big difference when hip hop came.
Yeah, we had a lot of techno shit.
Really?
A lot, a lot of our music was
techno. I wouldn't.
Well, yeah, Egyptian Lover and all that was techno.
I mean, I didn't consider that
that's in my notes. Egyptian Lover. That's in my notes.
I didn't consider that techno.
And then, you know, about time, you know, we started listening to sucker MCs and shit like that. Lonzo and them came along, Wrecking Crew, and then we had LA Dream Team.
Man,
do you think
doing my interview? Look, LA Dream Team.
Yeah.
Do you think hip hop changed the gang culture? Did you see the difference pre-hip hop and then when hip hop came, and even before the gangster lyrics, when hip hop came to LA, right? How did it affect the gang culture? Did it turn it up? Was it more because if the Bloods are rapping and like the Crips are
like
rapping,
amplifying it, like social media is what do now?
Exactly, because of hip hop beat.
You got to figure like it was already heated in Compton.
It was
just because of the I mean, just the gang culture in LA. Period. Niggas was already heated. Nigga, we would blast on you off a flashlight, nigga, from Parliament with no fucking hip hop.
Wow,
nigga,
it was a lot of money.
You get me?
Right.
Wow.
Hey, we cruising the fucking Atomic Dog and Parliament. And
But now when hip hop's coming, people are like saying
when our
names and
hip hop,
blocks.
but see, our hip hop first came, it was that shit. It was LA Dream. It wasn't no hard nigga. We didn't get hard until Eazy came.
What year was that?
And even then, they weren't really claiming colors. And
No, we had to banging on Wax Records.
What year did Colors come out?
Colors came in like late '80s.
Did that song have just as much impact as it did the record?
That song,
it had a huge impact.
It had a huge impact.
When I hit Boston, Boston went crazy.
Yeah.
Colors had a huge impact on us because it got to show the world LA gangbanging.
It turned y'all up, right?
It made us famous. Nigga, you get me? Niggas all around the world see this blue and this red. You feel me?
But you know what though, Eiht? That's when motherfuckers really start. You had real hardcore gangsters then, like motherfuckers that was with it. That's when you start getting a gang member. Because it became real trendy, kind of like if you was a Crip, so all the bras like Crip.
It was like brands.
You know, that's what I'm saying. It was like,
brand.
They wanted them a motherfucking Crip, you know, the nigga that was a Crip or a Blood, because, you know, there was a lot of money in the street back then, too.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I noticed TK Kirkland said I gotta upgrade my IQ. but I know this gonna sound ignorant. Gang banging look mad fun though.
Let me tell you something.
I noticed ignorant.
Let me tell you something.
I'm being honest.
Gang banging was.
So it's not.
Yeah,
when it wasn't like Cube say, it's a good day today.
Right.
So, nigga, you can have 30, 40 niggas at a picnic, or we just in the hood, you know, and 5 or 6 of us on the same block. We trying to hustle money. We going to the store trying to piece up on the drink and the weed. And a good day, niggas getting a box of chicken and we in the backyard chilling.
Same shit left right.
In the garage. I mean, those was good days. And then, you know, the females is around. That's when you ain't really, you always beefing with somebody, but you get days where nigga, we might go 30 deep to the bowling alley tonight, nigga. You know what I'm saying? And niggas ain't bowling. And that's where you went. Ain't nobody in there bowling. Niggas all in the parking lot with the Lolos. But that's what, for some reason, niggas went to the bowling alleys. I mean, that's what we did. So it was, when you had good days, it was good days. But then when you was on high alert, it was critical. Right. You get me? Police coming through every day, somebody going to jail, you know, somebody fighting, you know, whatever. But to me, it was everything. Right. Like you said, this shit was everything, man. And, you know, homies got killed. You know, homies got sent to prison for long times. But like I tell people every day, I wouldn't trade that shit for nothing. Right. Because it allowed me to see and be a part of what I was able to bring to the world. You get me? A lot of people was confused about what we was doing. I mean, they niggas colors and rags and shit, and it was more than that. You get me?
And I don't think it's ever as deep as motherfuckers on the outside make it. From what I see, I'm not no gangbanger, but
you sure as hell act like one.
You know, my
niggas along. He done rubbed off on his ass.
I imagine I'm gonna see a nigga just like you. Like that.
Just a big old, big old motherfucking monster, scary ass nigga coming through.
I'm gonna tell you, like the homie Glasses Malone, the homie Muggs break it down the best. Gang banging at its core is all about community.
Right.
It's all about what?
Well, that's community. How it started.
Oh, community.
Community, It's like, you know, to be technical, y'all banging LaFrac. That's your neighborhood.
Right. Yeah, definitely.
That's your neighborhood. When you go back home, dog, no matter where you at, because you Poppy, right? You know, when you go back there, you Poppy. You always gonna be Poppy and good, no matter where you go in this world. So it's all about really community, man. Right. It ain't about like motherfuckers ain't running around all day just killing each other, but it can get that way. That's the thing about it. It could be real good at one time. That's what made me say, fuck that. Because the one thing about it ain't hard to get in the gang. I'm a 6'4", 295-pound dude.
Yeah, nigga just let you in.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You can get in and be enforced to do something. So it ain't like it's hard to join the gang.
They don't be like, y'all got to court the homie in. They just be like, shit. It ain't like hard. Just let that nigga on in.
Every time the homie find me, see me, man, if I wouldn't have went to jail, you'd have been from the set, homie. You'd have been from the set. Because it's just that easy. So it's all, but those are all my friends. So I saw the dynamic early, and I was in Long Beach. And at that time in Long Beach, it was only 3 neighborhoods. It was, you know, Long Beach Insane, 20s, and what's the name of the Mexican gang over there?
I forgot.
They got the Mexican gang over there. Then you got the Little Rascals, like the Filipino gang, right? And the Long Beach Longos, that's the Mexican gang over there. And they put in work too.
And the Asian gangs don't play either.
Oh, they don't play either.
Hell no. And they Crips too, right?
Yeah, they are. Yeah, they are.
Motherfuckers shoot your ass.
Like.
And so you think about, I'm on a football team, so it's dudes from Insane, 20s, and these is all homies. The homies from Insane come to give me my work. The homies from 20s, he don't let me hold a couple guns over at the crib. So I'm cool with everybody. I never wanted to get into that. They was asking, I was like, no, I'm cool. Just let me be just who I am, man. Let me stay Ohio, my nigga. And I just kept that whole thing, because that's what people get in problems at. You can't play with gangbanging.
Right.
Because these dudes ain't playing, because again, it's their community. This man has been all around the world, but he still track new. He had another shirt, to the point he had another shirt on for you. No, fuck that, it's still Compton. I gotta wear this. Right. To let motherfuckers know that's important to them. You can't play with that.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
That's how people get hurt.
Now, I heard you say, too, Eiht, that you said that Pac, I know you spoke about Pac earlier, you said Pac gangbanging or getting into the gangs was actually moving backwards.
For him.
For him. Because he's...
I just think that it seems like being in Steele's position. You weren't born and raised in the neighborhood you started claiming. So I think that at his status or where he was, you get me, it was probably backwards to want to claim the game. You get me? To each his own. When you are around that,
right,
you want to belong.
You want to be what?
He wanted to belong.
Yeah.
You get me?
I could see I could see what you're saying, but I could also see him too, like just wanting to be a part of something.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I
And
mean?
he's still a young man. We say it all the time.
Exactly.
We forget how young he still was.
Definitely.
24, 25. Yeah.
And to be and like I said, you coming from a situation where you was just in prison, locked down, and then the nigga who comes get you is heavily influenced and affiliated.
And he's not really from there. He wasn't a blood his whole life. He became blood afterwards. He was a football player like you, right?
Right. So I get the, damn, these niggas is clicked up and they motherfucking representing and they all mobbing at one motherfucking beat and everybody here is hell yeah. I'm itching to be a part of that. So I get getting caught up in that, but there's ways that you still could have been accepted.
Right.
Prime example. He come from Cleveland. He around the hood niggas. He doing hood shit with them, getting money with them. They watching his back. Fuck it. If niggas get into it, he gon' fuck it. That's the homie. Let's go.
But the thing with Pac though, Pac was with the shits though. Like even and
I never met Pac.
But I'm saying, so even if it was like maybe like whatever it was before that, but once he started getting with them dudes, Pac was a frontline nigga.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Pac wasn't one to just be talking and then go and then let the niggas, the bodyguard. Pac's gonna be up in the front.
Like I've been here all my since day one.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna be an active with it. I'm not gonna just be like, oh yeah, them the homies, whatever. Shit, nigga, if it start going down, I'm probably gonna be the first one to take a swing.
But that's the thing with Pac. Pac, like everything that he was talking about, he would make sure that he was about that.
And you went on tour with Pac and everything, right?
I did a couple of shows with Pac.
Okay.
Yeah. We did the show in Milwaukee where it got out of hand.
What happened at that show?
Oh man, shit. I think this was right after the Yummy Kid got killed in Chicago. We had a show in Milwaukee.
Oh wow.
And he got on stage. And he stopped. The music stopped, and some commotions was going on with dudes in the audience. And pistol came out, got shot up in the air, and niggas got to jumping on stage. And it seemed like the whole downtown area of Milwaukee at the time was just motherfuckers was running through hotels, tearing shit up. It was a mess. It was a real riot that happened. And I don't think Milwaukee had a rap show for a long time after that. Yeah.
Now let me ask you: is there a difference? And what is the difference from Digital Underground Tupac to Death Row Tupac?
And in between, because he had a whole in between career.
You knew him the whole time, right? You knew all versions.
Oh man, I don't know. I could say just being, just trying to figure, like you said, being young, trying to figure your way out, but coming through obstacles and shit, and coming through, like you said, going from Digital Underground Tupac to Death Row Tupac, he'd been through a lot of shit.
Yeah.
You get me? And a lot of incidents, the Oakland incident, the shit in Atlanta with the police. And shit can change you, man. And then I think really that last fucking hit with him going to prison, it started making your mentality go like, man, fuck this shit. You get me? And by him being able to get out, it's not like look at the environment he got out to go into. Now you're around the gang of vicious Compton niggas ready to, whatever is whatever.
Right.
So I think that transition of life and not being able to find a settle or calm motherfucking outcome, because we all had to get there at one point. You got to take yourself from, damn, is this path like me? I was like, man, I don't know if serving is gonna work. We're going to jail every other motherfucker.
You gotta take consideration when Pac was young.
What I'm saying? Pac
was looking at all that, his mother, all the, all the Panthers. He was looking at all that shit going on. So that right there shaped him.
Sometimes you can find a way quicker than some niggas. I tell my son this shit all the time. Sometimes the road is longer, man. to get where you want to get.
Right.
You see niggas pop up today, and next thing you know, they up here, and you be like, God damn,
he was always
working and doing
too.
all this motherfucking shit, and I'm still. I said sometimes you got to settle yourself because it's gonna take you longer. You gonna get there still. You gonna get there eventually, but sometimes you gotta take the long road, man.
Slow and steady.
You goddamn right.
As well.
Yeah, my god brother producer, he was the first one from LA, DJ Bobcat.
Oh wow!
Strictly for my niggas on that album right there, and that's when he was coming around a lot. That's when he had him in there with Thread and Cube, and them they did the joint then. And he was a young dude though, man. That's what I was gonna say. He always had the hood around him because Bob. You think about Bob, that's Rolling 40s right there, right? That's Rolling 40 Crip. And Bob was producing a lot of stuff for him because at that same time, Bob was producing for Ruthless.
Bobcat.
DJ Bobcat.
Yeah.
You know, LL Cool J.
With the Daniel Boone had in the back.
DJ Bobcat gave me my first.
Nice.
He gave me my first LA lesson.
Word.
I was number one.
Word.
I was feeling myself. I went to LA. I was in backstage. It was 20 of us.
What year was that?
This is 1998. This is the most lit year of my life. I got.
You said DJ Bobcat?
Yeah, I got. No. Bobcat.
LL was Bobcat. LL was DJ.
That's down with Snoop.
From
You're not thinking Bobcat.
That's all the same crew.
Yeah. Battlecat.
So. They like, yo, Battle Cat is out there. He wants to take a picture, or he wanted to order something. He was like, and my people was like, yo, Nori's chilling, and I just heard him in the background. I'll have 100 fucking Crips up here, and I was like, tell the nigga let's go. And I went out, whatever he wanted, I did. And I remember I was like, yo. That's my first lesson. Like, doesn't matter how deep you are, when you in somebody else's hood, respect their rules.
Oh, definitely.
Right.
Well, and I did, and I did. So shout out to Battle Cat.
Battle Cat.
Yeah, but let me ask you, right? Whenever I sometimes I walk on the beach right down here, right, and I can just see people walking by. As soon as a person walking by, I'm like, that dude right there is from New York. Like I could just know. Like I don't have to see it. Is it like that with LA people? Because let me just ask you. Sometimes I do get approached when I'm in LA and somebody would say, where you from? What neighborhood you from, homie? And I'll be like, New York. They'd be like, all right. They didn't leave.
Yeah.
they leave. It's like they don't give a fuck. As soon as I open my mouth, they're like, oh, he's not the ops. He'll leave. So can you see somebody and be like, look at somebody and be like, he from the neighborhood?
Oh, definitely.
Without they opening their mouth.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah. Just their mannerisms.
Certain hood niggas got mannerisms.
Right.
There's a lot of goofy shit going on today.
Right.
But a real hood nigga we just move different, man. We move different. You know, we not outspoken. We don't be all chatty with motherfuckers. We just sit back and observe, man. And you gonna know a real hood nigga. A real hood nigga gonna acknowledge you back with just a simple.
Right.
That's it. We ain't gonna say, oh, where you from or whoop-de-whoop. We tend to not, cause shit, if you a real nigga, you from somewhere. So we bypass that. But yeah, definitely. You can spot a goofy nigga or wannabe from a real nigga.
Right. Now, let me ask you, have you ever been cool prior to, you being older? When you was younger, where this was frowned upon? Have you ever been cool with a blood when it wasn't cool to be cool with a blood?
Yeah, I knew plenty of bloods.
Oh, really?
Back in my,
Yeah?
I think that's the misconception that everybody has.
I think y'all live
that Bloods and Crips.
How does it work? Explain.
Yeah, please.
Some dudes might be family members.
Wow.
You got a lot of family members that claim different neighborhoods.
Wow.
You might have a cousin who's a blood.
I never thought of that.
Crip.
Yeah, I know.
My thing back, with that is it's just the respect. You get me? I know you a blood. I'm a Crip, but it wasn't like. But some instances, it's like on sight. You a blood. I'm a Crip. Back then, it was.
So what determines the instances?
I guess it gotta be if I was cool with a nigga or not. I used to dirt bike ride with blood niggas. You get me?
So if you play ball, dirt bike ride, something that has nothing to do with the streets. If you have some type of connection.
If I already had that connection with you, then
got you.
Like I said, a lot of us probably went to school together, and then once high school came and we moved to different neighborhoods.
So if you was chilling with him and your crip niggas seen you, would be like, yo, he's cool. How would you explain? You know what I'm saying?
I can't do that when I got 15 crip niggas on my mama front porch, and my sister got blood by a baby by a blood nigga.
Right.
He coming over, he nigga red strings, red hat on.
That's crazy.
And when he walk up, the niggas that don't know him is like, who the fuck is this nigga?
So the baby gonna be wearing red and blue.
Who the fuck is this nigga?
Right.
And, that's Pat. Leave my nigga alone. He all good.
That's crazy.
And you can control that. You could be like,
no, you gonna have to deal with my fucking sister?
Right.
And she ain't finna have that shit. She don't give a fuck if you niggas is Crips, Bloods, essays, or whatever. Leave my fucking nigga alone.
Right.
And that's what's gonna happen. So you gotta, and the nigga cool. He don't come over like, okay, we know he a blood. Okay, he ain't coming over like blood nuts and like, what up, Eiht blood? And
it's all about respect.
He coming over,
It's all
he
about
respectful, and nigga, we drinking 40s and passing the weed, and once the niggas that's with me see that, they like nigga here, nigga,
Pat, that's allowed. He can smoke with y'all.
All that. Like, we
I'm mad misinformed.
Now it's differences like. If you don't know a nigga, and
it's case by case is basically what you say.
Case, man. Like the code is we beefing with this hood, right? We beefing with this blood hood, or that's Hatfield and McCoy way back in the days. That's what we did. We beefing with them. But
that's how
I know this nigga. Like,
right.
I'm not finna be like stick him up or kill a nigga or nigga. He was cool with me. We ain't beefing with them. He cool. He a blood, but it's now we might be out riding one day and decide to jump out on some niggas. It's just.
It's like shit that happens in real war. Motherfuckers kiss the enemy and they end up.
It is what it is.
Yeah, that's how it is.
I can't clarify, but like my OG niggas. They were cool with some blood niggas. It's like you get to a point to where I might have to cop from the blood nigga who got the heavy sack. You get me? And if I'm serving, nigga, I'm not discriminating. You coming over here to get this motherfucking work, then here you go. Like, shit, like I'm trying to get money, man.
Always done.
But you right? Let me switch up the question a little bit. You not being a official gang banger, but rolling with gang members, does that automatically make you guilty by association?
You know what it could, depending on the situation, depending on what we got going together. Right. Now, if me and this man don't, then this is all prior to me becoming the podcast mogul I am today. So this is a long time ago too. So everybody listening, prior to me doing my thing, if we don't put something together where we got 80 pounds going out of town through the mail, and me and you got some business together, I don't give a fuck about that crip or that blood shit. You going to money play right now. We want to make sure, we want to mitigate our losses and make sure we get to our money, right? And it's all about respect. Like I tell you, I'm real cool with Big U. Shout out to the homie Draws. I met him through the blood homie, Tony Lane.
You met Big U through a blood homie?
Through a blood homie, through Tony Lane, was Black Tone. The man is Sugar Free, was manager DJ Quik. He man down right now. Shout out to the homie and prayers up for him. But I met him through some youth football stuff. Cause I used to have a popping youth football chapter. We real big in the sports. One thing out there on the West Coast, we take care of our kids. We coach football, do all kind of little fly shit for the, little youth leagues and stuff like that. I had a youth league in Paramount. Big U had the Crenshaw. He had the Crenshaw Colts?
The Rams.
The Crenshaw Rams, yep. And he called me one day with the homie on the phone talking shit. Like, we'll fuck y'all up, do this and do that. Of course, I went over there and spanked him that ass.
Shit.
On some football shit. The little kids football shit. That shit big, just like it is, that's what, California got a lot of similarities with Miami, with South Florida when it comes to
football. Some football.
With the football shit, we love football,
games too. Big money.
We love some football.
Allegedly.
Let me ask y'all both this question. Do you think Nipsey would still be alive if he didn't put that store in the hood?
You want me to answer that first?
Good question.
Yeah, go ahead.
Motherfuckers gonna be mad at me, but I keep real. Hell motherfucking yeah. I think, I think it's one of those things, man, to where you dealing with a lot of different dynamics when it comes to the hood. Mm-hmm. Nor you from the hood. We all come from similar circumstances around this table, right?
Yeah. Right.
You just can't change certain motherfuckers' mindsets, dog.
Right.
But then again, I believe in God, homie. So when it's God's time, it might not have mattered what he was over there in the hood or down here on South Beach walking around somewhere out of sex. If it was his time, it was his time. You know what I mean? I believe in God too, though, bro. But I always wondered that, and me and the homies would debate that sometimes, because I'm the type of dude, I don't believe. I think it's just too different. I just come from a place where you can't help everybody, dog. They gonna still find a way to fuck up. You get a homie $20,000, $30,000 to put in on his barbershop, and he fucking around trying to move a package out of town or some shit. Some motherfuckers just ain't gonna do right, dog. So you just gotta be conscious of that shit, you know what I mean? Some motherfuckers not gonna do what they supposed to do.
How about you, Eiht?
Nip was a true representative of his neighborhood.
Right.
He wanted to keep all of that in his neighborhood. Of course, he could have went to Beverly Hills or,
He wanted to be an example, a living example.
And all that to open the store. But I think he wanted to show niggas that I'm going to keep the bread here. Like, niggas talk about it, give back to the block and, buy your own and shit. He wanted to really, he really wanted to show that. And that gained you a lot of motherfucking respect just in the streets alone. You feel me? Being able to give, nigga, you on your block. Nigga, you got a major store and you major this and that now and you still right here.
Also getting niggas knocked down every day.
Not actually. I mean, that came from some other shit. You get me? Because if you're able to be cool with motherfuckers and you able to maintain a certain, then you don't have beef with niggas. You get me? That's the problem with shit. You can't prevent another nigga's jealousy, man. You get me? You can't. Like I tell niggas every day, I'm cool with every motherfucking body. But there's somebody out there that don't like a nigga.
Right.
And not because I done shot up a nigga block or did some shit or whatever. Who knows? Maybe because we come from the same motherfucking place and you ain't as well off or you ain't a do. But nigga, shit, it's still a struggle every day. Is why I tell a motherfucker. But you can't prevent niggas' jealousy, so... And if you want to remain grounded to where you come from, which everybody know, he represented the 60s to the fullest. And even though I'm on a different motherfucking plateau right now, I'm going to still show niggas that if it wasn't from where I came from, then none of this would be possible. So if I can buy a building in the hood, and then keep it on some positive shit, but niggas ain't gonna be breaking into it or striking it up and everybody gonna protect it and look at it as the neighborhood store, I'm gonna be right there. But like I said, you can't prevent niggas who in the cut because like you said, you can get caught anywhere.
Yeah. You can get caught anywhere, man. And I remember when that shit happened. That shit was sad shit, dog. Like they called the homie's phone. He was over my house. And that shit was in real time on FaceTime, and I was wondering, why is this nigga FaceTiming us, man? You got a pistol, nigga, shoot the nigga. Do something. Call the police. Like, why the fuck you calling us? You feel what I'm saying? It's like, shit is crazy, dog. I don't seen more motherfuckers get let off.
Wait, you saying they called you in real time when it was happening?
Yeah, on FaceTime, dog. I swear to God, you can ask homie Glasses Malone, man. He was sitting right there in my motherfucking dining room.
That's wild.
What the fuck? Like, why are you calling me? Like, and got a pistol. Like, I've never seen so many niggas with pistols, but don't shoot no motherfucking body.
Wow. I'll tell you one thing. I've been going to LA for years, and I'm cool with Daz and Corrupt, and I would go to their shows and Snoop sometimes. And Nipsey, I'll tell you this. When I went to his show, it was the first time I actually seen all of LA culture come out. Like, every single people came out. Like, I kid you not, I'm talking about, I don't know if they was gang members, but it was Chinese people. it was Latinos. Because in New York, it's very common to see Latinos and blacks together. In LA, I didn't see that a lot.
You get that at shows.
Yeah, but I didn't see it a lot. I seen it at the show. I seen it at Nipsey show. That was the first time. I was like, holy shit. You know what I mean? So like, I felt like in that sense, he was almost as powerful as Malcolm X.
Oh, Nipsey was the shit,
like that's how I felt. Like that's how powerful he was. Go ahead.
Right. To like I said, to a lot of people, he was like he was the essence of what you supposed to do and be when you from LA and you claim a neighborhood or whatever. To people, he was just that. You get me? You know, we had that element like when Eazy first started rapping. Eazy, you know, Compton was vicious. But cool. Eazy had it to where niggas felt good about being from Compton. You get me? We had a true
I can see those similarities. Yeah.
We nigga, when Eazy came out, nigga, I don't give a fuck who you was. Blood, Crip, Mexican, nigga, you loved Boys.
He included everybody too.
Like you loved Boys in the Hood record when you first heard it. Because it was like, oh shit. This nigga representing us right now. You get me?
I always jump. My bad.
The shoes got a duck.
You had a front row seat to that, like that whole Eazy-E earlier.
Oh yeah, definitely. It changed the culture of our music. Right. And it allowed a lot of us who basically didn't know what the fuck we was finna be doing. We finna be gangbanging, going to prison and cemeteries, man. Because like I said, as a youngster, I didn't see shit else. You get me? You go from, nigga, I'm watching Super Friends on Saturdays, eating Captain Crunch. Next thing you know, you like out here like, nigga, what the fuck? I'm finna be serving, carrying a pistol, and niggas hit the block with the lights on, niggas time to start shooting. You don't see nothing else after that. You get me? Right. You see homies dying, you see a couple of homies coming up off the dope game, but for the most part, nigga, we on the block every day. So,
did you ever make any music with Ren or any of them at any point?
I started right when Eazy got sick. I had started writing some songs for him.
For him?
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
Oh, I could hear your lyrics coming out of Eazy. I could hear my bad for cutting you up. I could hear your lyrics coming out of
I think I wrote like 2 songs for Eazy. But
nothing came out?
No, because he got sick.
Oh man, I would love to hear. Oh, he never recorded them at all.
No, Unknown, the dude I was fucking with back then, he had a close relationship with them. So he came to me one day and said, Eazy might want you to write him a couple of songs.
And you were already putting out records?
Yes.
Compton's Most Wanted was already out?
Yes. So I wrote 2 songs, and they wanted me to lay the lyrics to him, and I never did it because he got sick.
Yes. They had some shit, dog, because I heard a song, because you know Bobcat.
Yes.
He was doing the shit after Dre left. My god brother started doing a lot of the staff production over there, and Bob played me a record with Ren, Eazy, motherfucking Dr. Dre and Cube. Like the NWA shit, that shit still to this day. I ask him all the time, man, play that shit for me, dog. Let me get a copy of that. He said, hell, motherfucker, no. The hardest shit I ever heard, though, dog, that was hard.
Unreleased.
Ren don't get
like after the beef?
Ren don't get
after the beef, like they was gonna get the
like
shit
a reunion record?
Like a reunion record.
Oh, hell.
And all of them sounded, and the beat was so motherfucking crazy, dog. It was just like.
Ren was like the silent partner.
It was crazy.
A lot.
He was dope.
Yeah, Ren was the shit.
Ren was amazing.
Ren was my, in early NWA days, man, please. Ren was, man, come on, man. She swallowed it and all that motherfucker.
Yeah, his EP, when he solo EP was crazy.
Yeah. Ren is, he's more the silent partner. He's very quiet.
And he was real loyal to the situation.
I talked to Ren.
You really was around, like what I found out about you. I did my homework, and your knowledge of hip hop is, you got a great knowledge of hip hop, right? Because I watched a couple of interviews, but it's like, growing up, like in Compton, like that's where arguably gangster hip hop, you know what I'm saying, like was made. When you came with your sound, it was like the piano, strings, the high pitched strings. It was different from most of the other gang banging. Like you really introduced that sound.
Everybody was doing a lot of BPMs was up in the high notes.
Yeah, it was fast. Yeah, you slowed it all the way down.
When I started rapping, I liked movies. I would always like when the movie get to that part, know somebody finna die or scary nigga finna jump
Build
out.
up to it,
So I always wanted my music to fit that.
That makes sense because
I
exactly
wanted
what
my
it is.
music to tell the soundtrack or the story that was going on. So I never got into the fast paced shit because I wanted niggas to hear me. Like I'm sit down and listen to what I'm finna tell you.
Who was that producer? Who was that?
DJ Slip produced a lot of my shit.
Okay, Slick.
I wanted my shit to be the soundtrack to the streets of shit. You get me? Niggas struggling. Motherfucking, they just drove by Miss Daisy. Motherfucking, the hood took me under. Niggas still struggling. I wanted niggas to know, like, nigga, it's real, like, it's real fucked up where I'm from. Like, and I'm getting a chance to tell motherfuckers, nigga, last night so-and-so got shot with the K, and then the homies went and did this and blah, blah, blah. Then the ones came through, nigga, and they took all of us to jail, and now we sitting up. Nigga, y'all need to hear this shit. Because you cannot tell me that somebody over there ain't went to jail tonight for dumping on a nigga or just getting caught up. So I wanted my shit to be sinister, and when you sat back and listened to my shit, you
can envision it.
Hell, motherfucking yeah.
It wasn't the same LA.
Nigga, I'm ready to go drive by on a nigga right now.
So how crazy was it for you when finally it was a soundtrack record on Boys in the Hood?
Oh man, that was
because that fit. It's exactly what you're describing. You wanted to create.
I used to hang out with, shout out my dude JD from the Lynch Mob. Me and him was real good friends. And this was at the time where they was filming Boys.
Is JD the one that's locked up now?
No, JD's out.
He's out.
JD's free. Yeah, shout out my nigga JD.
Okay.
So we used to go up to the set. You know, they was with Cube, whatever. I didn't even know John Singleton.
But and you had already filmed Menace? Or
no, this was before. That's what I'm saying. He has a hand in both these classic films.
This was when I had, what was I did? I just dropped One Time Gaffled Them Up. And so the video was out, whatever, blah, blah. So I go up to the set with JD, and John Singleton come out the trailer. And me and JD just standing there smoking. He walked right up to me. He said, that video is hard as fuck.
What video he talking about?
He talking about One Time Gaffled Them Up. That was my first video.
It was hard.
Yeah.
And I'm looking like, who is this motherfucker? And he was like, oh, this is my movie, and I'm shooting Boys in the Hood. And I was like, yeah, like, I'm still a young nigga, hood nigga. I'm like, yeah, whatever, you know. I'm gonna get you in my soundtrack. And I was like, man, please. This nigga ain't fucking with me. And no, he was like, no, man, I'm telling you. And like 2 weeks later, they called. And so I got to see the movie. Wow. And then I was going to the set every day. So I got to see
the movie Boys in the Hood?
Yes, I got to see it while they was making it. So I was like, oh, this shit finna be easy as fuck. Nigga, growing up in the hood, nigga, this the year. And, nigga, I didn't know what the fuck was finna happen. And moms was treating me like I wasn't shit. And then my younger brother was getting all the love because I was at home in the hood with a single mom, with a younger brother. Wow. And I was the middle kid. So I'm like, nigga, this me right here. So it was easy to pin that type of shit.
You seen the movie before everybody else?
Yeah. So he was on the set too.
When you seen
I was on the set too. They threw me in a little.
Did you know it was going to be as big as it was? Did you know it was going to be as big as it was when you seen it first?
I thought it was because those movies started jumping off. You get me? Tupac did Juice.
Right.
They did South Central with Glenn Plummer. Yeah. Then we had Colors. Right. So I'm like, oh, this shit finna, I'm like, this shit finna take off.
Did it feel like it was more authentic, or you felt like it was like one of those movies, like all of them were the same?
It was different, but it still showed neighborhood incidents. I think that's why Boys in the Hood did so good.
Because it felt more real than the other movies.
Yeah, it was, you know, with Trey and the college and all that shit. That was something different, you know, as you seen in Menace.
Right.
You know, it was totally different. Yeah, you know, Menace, they was just trying to show niggas in the hood and how a nigga trying to escape, you know what I'm saying?
When you got the script, Wax, when you got the script.
Wax.
Right. When you got like, did you, okay, you know, because the script was like your life, so you could really,
right,
you know, you could relate to what's in there. So when you're on the movie set, I'm sure that there's a lot of improvisation going on, and like you improvise, right?
They let me do a lot of ad libs.
Okay, so what scene do you think you improvised that was off script and that made the scene better? What part of the movie that was like because of you? That's my favorite movie.
That's a great movie. Those two movies to me are such a cult classic.
I got the ad lib, the killing part. That was like a lot of me ad libbing. The burger stand.
That's my okay.
And a lot of me inside.
You mean before you get to the murder?
While we going to the murder and we talking and all that, when I'm telling them, that was all improvised. Okay. And then the part where I ran in the back and was like, "Hey, you need some help?" That was all improvised.
Let me tell you something. This is classic. I probably should have always told you this. You did that role so good. For years, I was scared of you.
No, I'm still scared right now. I'm not sure.
Because he did the role too good. Like, I was just like, that's him, man. Like, I didn't think you were acting. And I was like, he has to have experience somehow. He did it. Like,
personality-wise, it was kind of you.
I wasn't really acting because it's like, nigga, this is what I'm
all
doing.
All three of y'all shit.
If a nigga kill a homie and I get a chance,
you put yourself
what I'm do to you. And he'll shoot you once. I'm gonna go the whole thing on you. Then kick you and call you a punk ass nigga and like, let's go.
And what's ill is it was like you gassed the little homies. It was like if you think about it, like I watched it this morning again, and I'm like, you the OG there.
Oh yeah, I'm telling niggas go and do that shit. Yeah, go do that shit while we right here. Like that's what you do. Shit.
I didn't remember that till this morning. I'm watching. I'm like, wait a minute, this nigga's the OG in this shit.
Oh yeah, the OGs influenced us to do a lot of shit. Hey nigga, there go some niggas across the street. Get out right now.
The girl with the dreads. What's her name? The one with the dreads. What's her name? The one with the dreads that was in there with y'all. That was always with y'all.
Who played the home girl?
Was she? Is that the same girl? And that was in New Jack City. Was that the same one who said "Rock the Block, Baby"? Was that the same?
No.
Why did I always thought that was her? Okay,
which is another ill scene. That's one of the ill scenes.
Yeah, she was like a young actress or whatever.
From LA. She was from LA.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, getting the part. Like I didn't know them niggas was gonna choose me.
Hughes Brothers.
Yeah, they had it was me and MC Ren who was going out for that part.
Really?
Get the fuck out of here. Word.
I can't picture Ren now because your part is so.
They told me I read for it and they wanted Ren to read for it. I don't know if he actually did.
You should have gotten an award for that because every rapper wanted to when they watched you, every rapper wanted to be waxed. Like it was old dog and them, you know what I'm saying? Okay, but the way you did your shit, bro, and then to have the song on there.
Yeah, straight up Menace is
just all like that had to be like like some things just click. That it just clicked.
I never, again, they hit me up. I went out. I read. I didn't think the niggas was going. I'm like, nigga, y'all can go get Tupac or I mean, well, y'all got Pac. Y'all can get motherfucking Cube.
Eiht was like Grumpy Smurf.
Yeah. I was like, yeah, man, fuck that. But they called me like 3 times. And on the 3rd time, they was like, yeah, you got the part. And I was like, okay. And shit. So when I read the script and I seen what the movie about, I'm like, oh man,
that was Jericho 8, my nigga.
I was doing that shit yesterday. You get me? I was on the block. Like I said, up until then, I was still in the neighborhood.
Did you like the process of making the film?
No. Oh man, that shit.
Hurry up and wait.
All that shit, man. Call times at 5 o'clock in the fucking morning, and then sometimes you sitting around all day, and then you don't even shoot your scene. And next thing you know, they tell you can leave, and you've been up there 9 hours and shit. So it was some days it was cool. Some days I was like, man, fuck this shit. But in the end, it was all worth it. You get me? It put us, as far as CMW and me, on a different plateau.
And the song was a hit.
We was able to extend it. I'm going overseas now and all kind of shit. So it was a beautiful thing. I always shout out to the Hughes brothers for that.
Listen, I'm gonna just be honest with you. Let's shout out to people. That scene is so classic. Like, so classic. Today I was with my younger homies, they're younger than me, and I was just like, y'all didn't see Menace? And they was just like, they was looking at me like, and I was like, you didn't see that scene? And it was like, the fact that they didn't know, I felt like they couldn't read. I was like, you don't know how to read?
What scene are you talking about? The one where he's driving up?
That scene when he said, yo, homie.
All his parts in the movie.
Yo, homie, when he said to him, yo, homie, you need some help? And then, boom, boom, I was like,
got up all up.
I was like, oh shit, he did that before. So we're gonna get into quick time with Slime. Damn, somebody send it to Zeno. Somebody send him the quick time with Slime. You got Zeno number right, Ass? Yeah.
What?
Hold on. All right, cool. Let me stop.
I don't want to drink, right? As long as we ain't drink.
No,
you get a designated drinker too.
Slime ain't got nothing to do with drinking.
We're not gonna let him drink no more. I think you're bad.
We sponsor designated drinkers for Zeno.
He's for bad. That must have been a good day right there, Zeno.
No, he came with a mission that day.
He must have been on a mission that day.
But hey, we gonna get you a designated drinker.
Yeah, okay, bring him on.
Somebody gonna drink for you.
Who's swallowing?
Yo, Sonny.
Yeah.
What's Sonny at?
You gonna
designated drinker?
they'll drink for you.
Zeno gonna have his own drink?
Yeah. And no, Zeno's, because being that Sonny's from Boston, Zeno, he'll be
Come on, but Sonny, you gonna stay there? Nah, come on, sit over here and have fun, man.
Come on, man. Come on, man.
Let me see. Oh, I got that back in the shit. Oh, damn, I brought that.
Inside.
Yeah.
I should have done. Man, I was looking for so much shit. I should have brought that.
All right, damn. Boris, you want? Oh no, you drive it, right?
We good.
Yeah, no. That's my driver.
Yeah,
bro, get out of here.
Somebody standing in for me then.
No, Sonny's gonna stand there. Sonny's standing there for you. Yeah. Diego, you gonna drink? Come on, drink Japanese whiskey. Yeah. So you gonna abuse my white friend?
No, you drinking, right?
I got you.
No, I'm drinking. You drinking?
He got a glass right there. Swallow that down. Let's go.
No, we drinking shots. You drinking shots?
You shots?
Oh hell no, man!
We drinking with you. We drinking too.
Yeah, they drinking too.
Fuck it, I do.
Yeah, come on, let's go.
It's a game. It's gonna be more than one.
Let's go.
It's a long game, but we're gonna have some fun with it.
I mean, it could be zero. Who we had? We had someone recently.
Not Kirk Franklin.
We had a guest that we drank like one shot out of 20 questions.
Yeah, who was it? Was it?
No, but that I was here though. I wasn't at TK.
Yes, everybody else. Who was it? All right, come on.
Stephen A. Smith.
Stephen A. Smith. Okay, you ready?
You gotta tell him the rules.
You abuse it.
Tell him the rules though.
Oh, damn! You know you explain the rules better.
We're gonna give you two choices, right?
All right.
If you pick one, no drinking, right? If you say both, if you don't pick, like you say both or neither, that's not picking.
Right.
We all take a shot.
Okay, I got it.
And then anybody we mentioned, like if you got a story, please let's go in.
I got you.
We try to bring up stories, you know.
And Zeno's banned from this part. No drinking with Zeno on this part, especially on this part.
He's drinking through osmosis.
That's what he lost. That's what he lost in the interview.
I understand.
Okay.
Oh man.
All right. You ready?
Yeah, let's go.
Tupac or Eazy-E?
Easy.
Oh, okay. That was easy.
Easy.
Okay. Ice Cube or Snoop Dogg?
Cube.
Man, the big Bow Wow, Snoop Dogg, dog.
Okay.
Okay. Oof.
Nah. That's cool. That's cool.
Got it.
Dr. Dre or DJ Quik?
Dre.
God damn, man. Y'all ask questions, don't y'all, man?
You can say both.
If you say both, we drink.
Shit. I should just take the easy route out, man. Shit, both.
Yeah, both. All right.
Just drink.
So you got
Take a drink. Take a drink. Give him a shot.
Come on, son. Give him a shot.
Jamie, you got a shot for him? Take a guzzle right now.
Yeah. You can take it. Go.
But see what he wants for a shot, Jamie. For him.
Man, what's my options?
This should be
You got
easy.
some shit over there.
I got some.
What you drinking over there?
Marijuana.
What's that?
It's Dominican stuff.
Dominican. Get that
Make it in a
Dominican
time and
in you.
Kindle.
Get that Dominican in you.
Make it in a
Get
time
that
and Kindle.
Dominican in you,
Nah, I'm
nigga.
fucking with you.
Oh, sometimes like
Get that Dominican in
Pass
you.
the joint.
Look at Eiht, you just trying to
Get some of that Dominican in you,
Yeah,
nigga.
that's a minute.
Yeah, get that Dominican in you.
Careful, it's gonna sneak up. Pass it.
Get that Dominican in you. Stop playing.
I gotta hit that shit now.
No. Wait for the next one.
Nas or Jay-Z?
Nas.
Nice.
Okay, I went for Queens. I respect that. Too Short or E40? We're taking the drink. Just don't do the West Coast.
E40.
Oh, really?
Man, I'm a drink, dog.
Okay, I'm a drink.
Cheers.
I'll sacrifice my man.
Let's go, Sonny. He's representing me.
Oh, hell
You gonna like this one? Kendrick Lamar or J. Cole?
Compton all day. Compton.
That was dope.
I knew that.
Hey, man, I don't knew Dot since he was 16 or 15 years old, dog.
Wow.
TDE, that's family right there. K-Dot all day.
K-Dot all day.
Shout out to Top Dog,
y'all
man.
West
They
Coast
doing it, man.
This would not let y'all go against that. I knew that.
Where we at?
All Eyes on Me or Me Against the World?
Ooh.
Oh, hell.
Drink.
All Eyes on Me.
All Eyes on Me.
Okay. Analog or digital?
Analog.
Me too.
Analog.
Me too. I'm gonna take a shot for that, even though I ain't got
That's a
shot.
Let's go,
Sonny. You got clear.
Just for yeah, I got to calm down. Yeah, nah, but I love analog, man. I always say the reason why our music was better back then was because we had to make records together.
Yes, it did.
I couldn't send you. We couldn't send you no fucking 8-inch rail.
Hell no.
Like you had to,
Let me send you this 2-inch. Let me send you this 2-inch.
It was more personal. It was more personal.
So you had to like,
and the music came out that way.
You had to hear his rhymes as he wrote it. You know what I mean? Like that shit is like
shared energy.
It's much better. So I'm taking a shot, even though I ain't got to take a shot. I'm gonna take a shot for that. Hey, man, calm down.
I got the next one. King T or Ice T?
The T's.
King T.
I knew he was gonna say that.
That's Compton.
If it's Compton, you lose.
King T's hard though.
Nah, both of them. Shout out to both of them.
I grew up on King T.
King T's hard.
All of his first shit on Techno Hop. I was on Techno Hop as a young artist. So the Coolest, Payback's a Mother, You Better Bring a Gun.
I think he's underappreciated. Like he's such a legend.
He's definitely underrated.
Underrated, yeah.
Definitely underrated, underappreciated.
Before his time too.
They were both on Techno.
Way before his time. And when we did with the Liquid Crew.
Techno Hop too.
Yeah. Okay,
come on,
come on, man. All
right, so Death Row or Ruthless Records?
Oh shit.
Where'd you go?
That's a great one.
Death Row.
Come on.
Death Row? You too big to pick Ruthless. You gotta pick Death Row.
Man, I'm gonna tell y'all something.
You just look like a Death Row nigga. I'm being honest. I'm sorry.
It wouldn't be no Death Row if it wasn't no Ruthless.
Yeah, absolutely. That's fact. That's direct fact. That's real shit.
Fuck it, I guess if we got a drink, we got to drink, my nigga. I'm going Ruthless.
Oh, you say both then?
You said both or you said
If you said Ruthless, then we don't gotta drink.
Yeah, we don't gotta drink.
I'm saying Ruthless.
Okay, you don't gotta drink. You don't gotta drink.
This nigga just wanted to drink. He in the mood now.
I heard you drink champagne.
I drink a little bit.
When you a quick squash, that's how you squash it over some champagne. But we'll get to that later.
Got it? Mac 10 or Fat Joe?
Yep.
Yo, you know Mac could call a nigga, he'll see this shit in
Mac 10.
Shout out to Mac 10, yo.
Mac 10.
Oh shit. Yo, I like your face. You thought about it. I like that. So we going back to
Mac 10.
All right, cool.
Man,
Benzino, you can't leave the witness.
I fuck with Fat Joe, dog, but I talk to Mac 10 on the phone like 2 or 3 times a week, dog. I have to go roll with Mac, dog.
You was starting to Hoobag in that one point, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Ain't no knocks against the Don Carter Jr. He a cool nigga.
Right. And we need Mac 10 on too as well.
Yeah, we do. Absolutely.
Yeah. Ghetto Boys or UGK?
Oh, man.
Ghetto. Nice. Ghetto Boys.
Ghetto Boys, dog.
Yeah, the story that he told that he had him driving him around with him is crazy.
Scarface is one of my people.
And Bushwick, you said, right?
We was at the Gangster Rap Summit together at Jay's house, remember?
Yeah,
definitely. I had that nigga Bushwick, dog. I had to kick Bushwick out of the crib, dog.
The idea of you kicking Bushwick out fucks me up right now, man.
Let me tell you, I had a homeboy named Polar Bear, right? Polar Bear is a producer. He's, produced for QD3 and shit.
Right, oh yeah.
So he called me one day and said, hey man, could you come to my house, man? Bushwick doesn't want to go home. And I said,
he was
what
drinking?
You mean?
He must have been drinking.
Yeah, what do you mean Bush?
Yeah.
Bush don't want to get home.
Yeah.
And so I go over there, man. My man's wife is in there. His wife is in there in her robe and shit, man. And Bushwick smacked the man's wife and asked, hey, you bitch. And my boy want to go, so I grab him and I say, man, I'm going to just get him home. We don't want to beat Bushwick up, my nigga. He only this tall, you know what I mean? He only this tall. So I tell Bushwick, I say, man, you got to go. You disrespected my man's crib and everything. And Bushwick says, man, I don't give a fuck how big you are. And he was walking. And you try to walk by a tire. And I constantly and I slept that little motherfucker out. Picked his ass up and threw him outside and shit, dog. He was tripping. God bless the dead. But Bushwick was a little slick motherfucker. As I was walking over toward the tire, and I said, you ain't gonna get me. I socked his ass and hit him through his ass outside.
Rest in peace.
Nigga fucked up for that.
Bushwick was ill, dog.
He was ill, man. He was ill.
Because I was looking at the pipe, he walked toward in the backyard, and if he'd have caught that pipe, he probably have kneecapped my ass.
He
Bushwick was
would have tried for sure.
He
He would have tried for sure. What a legendary group, though, man. Shout out to Willie D, man.
Big Daddy Kane.
Oh man, he asked some fucked up ass questions, though.
You can take the shot.
Yeah, take the shot.
He ain't drinking, so he don't give a fuck.
Big Daddy.
Big Daddy, wow.
He really just don't say both. He don't give a fuck about politics. Everything he say is the truth.
Ain't don't drink.
Right.
No, I just
Big Daddy
No, but he could say both because he's not drinking. He can make it easy on himself.
Okay.
You drinking?
if I'm going off of me as a youth in hip hop and what I listen to and whatever, I'm gonna pick the motherfucker who's it. I'm not doing
I like Big Daddy
fuck
Kane like a
politics,
motherfucker
nigga.
too, though, for real.
I bang some Big Daddy Kane. You get me?
You pick Kane.
I didn't bang a lot of LL till later on because nigga we was hood niggas and that I Need Love kind of threw us off a little bit. So nigga Big Daddy was raw and nigga he would
Shit, the
grow
only
up.
DJ Bobcat made that
Nigga Big
motherfucker,
Daddy say nigga he would grow up and be nothing but a hoodlum and shit. You know so.
I Need Love do us all. Crazy You don't want
loving no niggas over here, nigga.
But you just said you ain't think LL was the hardest motherfucker in the world.
He was hard, but I'm just saying, nigga, at the time, niggas was like, nigga, I don't need no love, nigga. I need a motherfucking heat.
And Al wasn't making it for motherfuckers either. Al was making it for the ladies anyway, so he
exactly.
knew. He knew.
You over there for the ladies, so
with L, right? In
Everybody, everybody.
Hell yeah, Queen.
LL is good. LL's my nigga.
I Need Love too, probably back then.
Rock the bells, and nigga radio.
Licking his lips and shit, though.
You know, when we banged LL, like I said, Rock the Bells and nigga, all that shit, all of that. But then, and then came with that doom, doom, doom. I was like, man,
But that was longer than you.
But why you always go like this? That shit was hard.
I'm like, come on.
What did you think about going back to Cali?
I liked it. It was weird at first because it was different. Like I'm used to like you said, I'm used to Rock the Bell. Jack the Ripper was my shit. That was my shit. Nigga, mama said knock you out, nigga. 14 shots to the dome. I played that shit all day, but like I said back then, nigga, I'm in the.
Fair enough.
I'm in the.
I can stick with the dudes.
I'm trying to, and I got the boombox, nigga. I can't be walking around the hood dropping. I need love. Niggas is like, come on, cuz.
When I'm alone in the room,
Niggas looked at you like, nigga, playing that shit, cuz. Nigga, like, you playing that shit? Like, dude, what you playing, nigga? Put on some nigga any time that came on the mixtape. Niggas was like,
I Need Love with the homies.
man, you can't do that. We in the garage chilling, nigga, then the mixtape come on, and then it's the when I'm alone, niggas is like, man, come on, niggas might come through right now, dumping and shit. Niggas be dead. Niggas be dead on the scene, and the police walk up and like, well, they was playing I Need Love and shit. You know?
They about to pull up and they like, I Need Love.
Yeah, like, we about to pull up on some niggas and dump and shit. The nigga got I Need Love blasting and shit.
Everybody out. Might save some lives.
Cause niggas looking at us, we about to dump on it like, oh, them niggas cool as fuck.
By the way, LL's gonna find this funny.
Them niggas don't want no static, nigga. They pulling up. You hear the song? They cool, nigga.
No, don't go there.
That's okay. It's no brown.
You know what King was?
And this is brown though.
But you ain't pick yet. You ain't pick.
Man, I don't know. He got me thinking right now because Big Daddy Kane was just hard as a motherfucker.
Go off for you.
Big Daddy Kane had me cutting my eyebrows.
That's what I'm saying.
Come on, man.
He had me
He
doing
had a
that.
whole bunch of niggas cut
My
their
eyebrows
eyebrows.
sticks right
Kane
now.
was a hood.
Kane was ill. And then we was messing with Madonna and shit.
Let me tell you something. LL was hard. And Kane was a hood nigga.
Hey, man, I'm gonna tell you this.
Kane was a hood nigga.
When
And he
I
finger
heard-
pop Madonna too.
Come on.
When I heard
In my mind, at least.
Big Daddy Kane and
I think he
Cool G
admitted
Rap on the symphony shit, and they was going back and forth.
Yeah.
It was like that was like Superman versus motherfucking Spider-Man or some shit. You
Or
was
Batman.
like,
What
yeah,
you
you was just
picking,
like,
nigga?
damn, like, huh?
What you picking?
We drink.
Man, just put a quarter in your ass because you plagued yourself. What you
Yeah,
thinking?
gonna call it, yeah.
When that nigga said that shit,
Yeah. So who you picking?
Yeah.
hold on, man.
Picking my
I gotta
water.
go with my shit.
Take a
Long live the motherfucking Kane. man.
Wait, you have to drink. You have to drink.
That's why I said he took one drink because he feeling
No,
good now.
no.
He had the champagne, little shot.
No, that's what I'm saying, dog.
No, he picked.
I picked Kane. I picked Kane.
Okay, so we good. Next.
And Zeno want to drink now to relax.
Come on, man.
We got you. We got you.
Yeah.
We'll give you this shit.
Where we at?
Menace II Society or Thicker Than Water?
Menace.
Yeah, of course. The Source or XXL?
Come on.
Look that way, Zeno.
Come on. I just showed you the cover. He's on the cover.
I know what the source is.
Come on, that was easy.
He leading the way.
You gotta go with the
Yeah,
motherfucker.
That's a classic.
Yeah.
cover.
I had two.
I'm gonna take a shot.
No. I ain't going down that road.
I like that. I want some much.
Yeah, so
By the way-
y'all had me on two covers, so
Yeah,
Come on.
that's right.
Guess how many covers I had? 0.99. You see, he looked the other way immediately.
What?
He didn't like me. He thought I was responsible. He thought I was responsible for Slick. For Silk the Shocker
Silk
winning
the
the
Shocker
award.
beat me at the awards.
He really didn't fuck with me. You know what I'm saying?
I'll be mad
I
as
was
a
so
motherfucker.
mad, right? That 20 years later we became like friends, right? And we were arguing about something totally different. And I just like, you never gave me the quarter.
Hey, man.
I felt fucked up too. I was like, shit.
He was like, yo, no, that was 20 years ago. Like,
Hey, man, was you really mad when Silk won the shit over you, though, dog?
Silk, yeah.
I feel you, man.
I told Silk that to his face.
I could have gave you that.
Listen, let me tell you who, I'm going to be honest with you.
We had Silk here. He told him. He told
I told
Silk.
Silk to his face. I'm going to be honest with you. It was me, Corrupt, DMX, Cameron, and Big Pun, right? And Cannabis, and what's my man from
Silk the Shocker
Wu-Tang?
beat all the motherfuckers.
Jizza?
Oh, you fucking kidding me?
Man, that's kidding.
I mean,
what's my
no
man?
disrespect, but
goddamn.
goddamn.
What you say?
Had just came home.
Capadonna, yeah.
So we thought he beat us in like the best new artist, right? He was like, all right, cool. Then he beat us with album of the year. He was like, all right, cool. he beat us 7 categories. Me and Pun left mad as a motherfucker.
Man, every time y'all saw that motherfucker doing that, blah, 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 shit he be doing.
And I was hating on Silk. I told Silk, I was like, yo, Silk, man, I can't believe you beat us in every category.
And he a good dude, too.
What was that based on?
Silk is a good dude.
Hold on.
Silk is a good dude. Yeah.
Silk is
No, don't take the drink. I don't put it on his flowers.
It's going down up in here, man. It's going down up in here.
Oh, man. Zeno said, let me get one. Let me get
The Gangster
two.
Chronicles. One question for 1 second.
This is my thing.
Okay, yeah.
All right.
Do you remember his question?
No. He said, how is that possible?
It's the Gangster Chronicles edition right now.
Gangster Chronicles is
At the source, right? You got a journalistic side, journalism, and then you have your business side. On the journalism side, is like the journalist and the One thing I will say, T-O-N-Y is my favorite verse of
Yeah, but you ain't give me an award.
Zeno, stay on topic.
told you that.
Stay on topic, man.
Right here. Come on.
We're gonna take 2 podcasts to hone in on Zeno.
Yeah, come on,
I just wanted to make sure he knows that. I love that song. That's one of my top verses over Jay-Z and Nas's verses.
But
that verse.
He feel shitty about giving Silk that award over you, dog.
It was the business.
You should have won, dog. You should have won. You should have won. Shout out to P and Silk. Shout out to them. Master P was
definitely.
Master P was buying like 6 ads.
That's what I'm saying, dog.
Fucking thing, like. Think about it. He's buying 6 ads a magazine.
Right, I get it.
So, you know what I'm saying?
I get it.
That's the only thing that I could think of because me as a fan,
Yep.
Oh, no, it's the business.
you know what I'm saying?
It's the business.
It had to
I
be
hear
the
you.
business.
And corrupt. It was like I want to give it to. I mean,
you gotta get Jay Mays up there.
I'm not taking nothing away from you, but at the time, that was the time of real hip hop.
Oh, definitely.
And Silk just wasn't at that time considered real hip hop. So it was Corrupt. Like I said, it was me, Corrupt, Cameron, Big Pun, DMX.
He's still mad.
DMX, and I was just like, damn. I'm gonna be honest. I wanted to lose. Not to say Silk is not a reputable opponent, but if I was gonna lose, I wanted to lose with somebody that's a reputable.
Wasn't you sitting next to him? And, was you by him? Was you?
Yeah, I was definitely by him. I was definitely looking at him.
I can see you.
I know my nigga Corrupt was like.
Hey man,
Corrupt
looking at each other like
had to catch his breath on that one. He was like, God damn.
I realized that's like the equivalent of losing the Crip Mac or some shit.
You gotta have to go let him
Look, that's a parental advisory sticker by itself on his own shit. I'm a record label this shit right now.
Hold on. Let's go. All right, Doggy Style or the Chronic?
That's a tough one right there.
Doggy Style.
Wow.
Oh shit, man. Hey, you just keep it too real sometimes, man.
Right, so what you doing? What you going with?
Doggy Style or the Chronic, man. Even though I will say this, it ain't been an artist like
you doing like Benzino now. You going all around the block with some shit, right? Come on, get on some shit.
Before I say it, dog, I want to explain my shit so niggas don't think I'm tripping, dog.
Okay.
It wasn't no album like Doggy Style when that shit first came out because it was playing everywhere, dog. Like every party I went through, that motherfucker was playing, dog. It didn't matter if I was in Virginia some fucking where or if I
And
was
it broke the record
Long
too at
Beach,
that time.
and it broke the thing. And Snoop Dogg just the coolest motherfucker in the world, dog.
But over the Chronic?
Yeah, I think the Chronic made Doggy Style. I think the Chronic made Doggy Style. I thought that's how you was going to
Well, the Chronic definitely made Doggy Style.
Definitely.
Let me finish it, dog.
Okay, cool.
I think the Chronic though, dog, that introduced that nigga, man, Snoop Dogg, and it was just like the political climate at the time, man. They was out in LA tripping and shit. Motherfuckers was running down the street with TVs and shit. VCRs.
Not a Chronic.
You just got go with your personal taste. That's what this about.
But that's the thing. I can't say it. We got to drink, dog, because both of them is too important.
Okay, there you go.
That's fair. I think that's fair.
There you go.
Got to drink for that, though.
Okay, Andre 3000 or
It's a nice conversation.
Or who? Or Luda. Okay, well, Luda.
3,000.
What was the question?
Andre 3000
Andre
or
3000 on
Ludacris.
Ludacris.
Oh, shit, man. Y'all be asking some hypothetical ass questions. Man.
The only way.
Man, shit. I got to go Andre 3000, man. 3 stacks.
Okay, that's fair. Primo or Battle Cat?
Primo.
And you got to join with him a full joint.
Nigga,
He fuck with Primo.
No, you got a whole album.
No, because you fuck with Primo.
He fuck with Primo.
I got a hot joint,
couple of joints.
I got to go with Battle Cat, dog.
Battle Cat?
That's on front right there.
Both legends.
We need them both.
And I love
Primo
them both.
back on.
And I love
No, Primo's coming back. We working on that.
And Cash Money or No Limit?
That's a good one.
That's a real good one.
Cash Money.
I got to go Cash Money because them niggas still here.
I mean, No Limit technically still here too.
I don't see. This is what I don't do. I don't judge it off of that. I just go off of what I banged.
Yeah, right.
I didn't bang a lot of No Limit.
Right.
I
Cash
banged
Money
some
is Cash
Cash Money because of BG. I banged some Cash Money because of BG.
Cash Money.
BG was the shit, dog. BG was the whole car.
They was all
The
good.
whole Cash Money roster was
And I banged the whole the Hot Boys album.
Yeah.
I banged the fuck out of that motherfucker.
Chopper City.
Yeah, it was cracking. That album that they all had together, the Hot Boys, I banged the
And
fuck out of
Juvie
that
setting
shit.
that off was crazy.
I didn't listen to like Master P is cool. I was gonna sign to No Limit at one time.
Really?
Yeah.
Word.
Yeah. Right before I signed the Who Banging. I was gonna sign to No Limit. But I didn't listen
That
to
would have been before Snoop?
That was right before I signed the Mac 10.
But I'm saying before Snoop signed the No Limit?
He was signed to them at
Already?
the time.
Okay.
I got to
Snoop and Eiht.
That would have been great. You would have had the West
Yeah,
Coast.
I got to them because of Snoop. Because at that time when Snoop was in his transition, I was hanging out with him every day.
Wow.
I was hanging out with Snoop every day almost. So he took me up to the studio where P and them was. And when I walked in, he was like, fuck it. Yeah, Snoop said, fuck it, so we gonna sign you. So I was gonna sign to No Limit, and then Mac 10 walked in.
Wow. Dom Kennedy or Larry June?
Dom.
Dom Kennedy or Larry June, shit, this almost feels like if I say one, it's the wrong answer. You know?
That's right. This nigga right here, you
I really take this shit serious,
You
dog.
be taking it too personal. Come on, put him up.
And I know we ain't got time for
It's
that.
not about it's nothing personal. It's just what you think over whatever.
Grab your shot, Eiht.
I'm gonna do both of them niggas now. Fuck it, they both of them.
I'm gonna switch up the next one.
Yeah.
Cypress Hill or Psycho Realm?
Cypress.
Yeah, you gotta say Cypress, dog, because it ain't no Psycho Realm without Cypress. Shout out to
NWA or Public Enemy?
Ooh.
Man, you know that's NWA, dog. You gotta answer that.
Yeah, that's easy. Stop it. Come on.
Nigga, I fucked with Black Steel
To
in
me, they
our
were both
cha-
the same on
I fucked
different
with-
sides of the
nigga, I
spectrum.
fucked with Black Steel in our chaos, man.
NWA.
Of course. But think about it. When Cube leaves with Public Enemy, and look at how perfect that was.
Yeah, but NWA.
Nah, you can't lead the witness. You can't lead the witness.
Yeah, man, you were leading the witnesses, man.
That was the shit when Cube started fucking with the Bomb Squad and shit.
That's what I'm saying. When he went to Public Enemy.
I'm gonna go both.
Okay.
I would have said both.
So what you gonna say? You gonna say both too?
I was gonna say both.
Okay, cool.
That's hard, bro.
Cool, salute.
Yeah, man. That's definitely deserving of both.
I got a letter from the president, man. Come on, man. Come on. That was a hood anthem for us on the West Coast.
Zeno, you done? What?
And that Bomb Squad production, and Dre production, like it's crazy.
That Chuck D and that song right there was a hood anthem.
Yeah, that was the shit right there. I beat a whole bunch of niggas up when that shit first came out.
I don't think that's the outcome they wanted out of that, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Just like, between the fences and shit, motherfuckers out there. I was young and safe and shit, dog. Fucked a few niggas up.
I'm sure you did. Ain't nobody gonna say no to that.
KRS-One or Rakim?
Oh,
Rakim.
man.
He said it fast.
Rakim.
Fast.
Rakim, yeah.
That's my musical influence. I like KRS because of, but you can't. Rakim is who I grew up off of. I wanted to rap because of Rakim.
He said musical influence. That's ill.
Rakim was the shit.
I wanted to rap because of Rakim and EPMD.
He didn't curse.
And PMZ.
Yeah.
He a real hip hop nigga, man. Fuck
and
that.
Rakim, you notice Rakim didn't curse?
And he was still
Exactly.
the hardest motherfucker.
And he was still like almost.
But no nigga in here deny if you're a true hip hop head when you first heard Eric B as president.
Oh,
man,
come
that shit.
on. That's out of here.
That shit was
That was-
over.
If you didn't love hip hop at that point, and you heard
and
that
I used
record.
to get that shit on staticky ass K-Day, and I used to wait for that shit. Just wait, and I had my tape cassette ready, and it's K-Day was the shittiest radio station because it was on motherfucking AM, and it was the last station. So nigga, you get all kind of Mexican music in there mixed in a little bit. You had to set your antenna at the right angle because they do the mix masters every Saturday night, nigga, and it was like. And when they played it, nigga, I used to wait, nigga. That president come on, you hear that motherfucker. Oh, do 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 do. Ooh, and I ain't talking about the 7-minute remix one. Now I'm talking about the original one. Nigga, bam, nigga. And I used to listen to that shit for hours. And Eazy didn't like me in the beginning because he said I sounded too much like Rakim.
Wow. Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Whoa.
We tried to fuck with Ruthless and them, and he said I sounded too much like Rakim.
So you're saying Compton's Most Wanted was almost on Ruthless Records?
We tried to go through Ruthless, and he said, nah, that nigga sound too much like Rakim. So we ended up fucking with Capitol Records. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Capitol, which turned into Priority?
Capitol was, back then, we was fucking with Orpheus.
Okay, Orpheus.
Yes.
I got that in my notes.
Yes. Orpheus, Melba Moore's husband, owned Orpheus, Charles Huggins. And that's how we got signed. We went through Orpheus EMI, our first record deal.
And that was through Unknown?
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to move on a little bit. LA Raiders or LA Chargers?
Oh, I'm a Chargers fan.
Chargers?
Yeah. Been since Kellen Winslow. Since Doug Fouts. Dan Fouts. Since motherfucking Charlie
Dan
Joyner. You know.
What was that offense called? They used to always...
Humphreys they had back then. Natron Means they had. I'm a true Charger fan.
Dan Fouts.
How about you?
Chargers.
Chargers? That was easy.
I got one more before the last.
Okay.
Big Boy's Neighborhood or the Baker Boys?
Big Boy.
Man, I really fuck with the Baker Boys, dog. But I fuck with Big Boy, though. I got to go with Big Boy.
Okay.
Respect to both. Right.
And this is the last
one. Not a trick question.
It's not a trick question. Out of all the ones, we feel like this one is not the trick question. Loyalty or respect?
Respect.
Explain why.
Respect take you a long way in this business and just with people in general. Everybody not gonna be loyal to you. Niggas gonna turn their back on you. When you gather a nigga's respect, then it's never no bullshit. You know what you get. Nigga gonna never try to cheat you. Fuck you. You get me? Cause a nigga got that much respect for you. You ain't gotta be the richest nigga. You ain't gotta be the poorest nigga. But if you got respect from a man and just people in general, then you can be treated, accordingly. Without respect, man, a nigga do you dirty, man. Nigga do you dirty if he don't respect you. Nigga fuck your wife, man, if he don't respect you. You feel me? Nigga rob you for every penny you got if he can, if he don't respect you. At least when a nigga respect you, he gon' like as if I'm gonna do to myself, man. You get me? I ain't gonna cheat myself and I ain't gonna cheat my nigga right here. If it's 100,000 on the table, nigga, I ain't gonna take 70 and give you 30. Nigga, I respect this man. This nigga came up with me, somebody I trust. So I'm gonna make sure everything is on the up and up. Nigga, loyalty, a motherfucker tell you they loyal to you and do you behind your back like it ain't shit. But if a nigga respect you, he gonna never try to fuck you over. Never. So, respect.
I gotta go with respect too, man, because I don't make motherfuckers a lot of money. They had to go, motherfuckers go back and do this, whatever. So I say respect, dog. Respect is everything.
I'm gonna take a shot to that, Zena.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a shot to that.
We're gonna take a shot to that.
I'm gonna take a shot to that.
Salud.
Now, is it true that your moms and Suge Knight's moms
stay across the street from each other?
Stay across the street from each other?
Yeah, this is around the height of my DJ Quik beef.
Thank you.
My mom stayed across the street from his mom. I used to see him all the time. I mean, there was some shit going on in the neighborhoods, whatever. But Suge pulled me over one time with probably about 30 niggas.
Right.
And he just made me assure that even though niggas was beefing and niggas was rolling around Compton looking for each other or going through neighborhoods and all that shit. He assured that my mom's house wouldn't get fucked with.
Sugar assured it?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
He said, as long as your mom live over here, nothing will happen to her crib. So I respected that.
Right. And just out of pure ignorance, I know Sugar's blood.
Mm-hmm.
I know Quik is blood.
Mm-hmm.
But what I don't know is the affiliation. Just because you blood, did he automatically take Quik's side? Because I don't never remember Quik being on death row.
I think Suge was managing Quik at the time.
I didn't know that. Okay.
He was on death row. He wasn't on death row. He was managed.
He was being managed by Suge.
I didn't know that.
And,
I didn't know that.
And he could.
Everybody knew about our beef.
Right.
You know,
Yeah,
it wasn't nothing, you know, that wasn't known. And like I said, I was still in the neighborhood. So the outtake is, you know, something happened here.
Right.
It could be easily something happened there. You get me? They're right here.
Right.
Like just a walk across the street. Ain't nobody gonna come do nothing to my mama house, and we in close vicinity. So he wanted to guarantee that. Like, this ain't got nothing to do with
Mamas.
Yeah. Y'all beefing or whatever, out here talking the streets or whatever, just know that this is secure right here.
Right.
That's one less problem. So that was cool. Because he could, like you said, just by affiliation with them being, you know, could have been like, fuck that. Nigga, mama house live right here. So, but that was never, you know, we try to have that that code.
Was that enough assurance for you to feel
that was
good
enough.
about that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was enough.
And you didn't know that at the time, like that was
because again, if something happened,
yeah. Right.
It's nobody's safe. Like, so you can assure me, but like a nigga could get his own mind state and be like, fuck that. We gonna go through there anyway. Okay, but okay, now what? Because that's not going, it's gonna be some retaliation.
Right.
So why not take that out of the equation?
I remember, like, you know, I started to think about hip hop beefs. And when it wasn't funny, like I never speak on Ja Rule and 50's beef at all. I never speak on it because me being from Queens, I'm too close to it. It's just
right.
It's just not. It's not for me, right? And I'm probably the only person in the world that got a Ja Rule interview where I don't bring up 50, and I'm probably the only person in the world that got a 50 interview where I don't bring up Ja Rule. Because I don't think it's funny. I never thought it was funny.
No,
right?
It's not.
Without me having direct association to you or Quik, I remember me looking at y'all beef and saying that wasn't.
Yeah, look intense.
Like, nothing about it was funny. Like, because I didn't know you obviously at that time, and I actually kind of still only met Quik a couple of times, but I didn't know him as well. But I remember the affiliation. Every motherfuckers telling me, yo, Eiht is a real nigga, a street nigga. But then they're saying, Quik is a real nigga, street nigga. And I remember that. And y'all going against each other. And just the fact that I knew that Bloods and Crips was at the opposite ends. Mm-hmm. And I remember like hearing your diss records and then hearing his diss records. I remember being like, damn, how does this, first off, let me make it make sense. Let me make, for viewers that don't know
or don't remember,
nah. If you hip hop, you remember.
Right. Yeah, definitely.
For viewers that don't know, because I kept, you know, and I knew Zeno was guest hosting, so I kept telling him, I said, yo, let's look up this. I can't say the pinpoint. I know you said something like Quik or something like that, but you said. Then I also read that you said you didn't know Quik at that time.
No, I didn't.
It couldn't have been you was talking about him. So how did this actually start? Break it down for viewers that don't know.
I was working on my second album, Straight Checking Them. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of artists coming out at the time, you know. Above the Law was coming out, you know.
Above the Law, you said?
Yeah, a couple of, you know.
Dopes.
Yeah.
So, my DJ, who's actually a Blood, his name was Mike T. Mike T came to the studio one day and he had a mixtape. And he said, let me play you this. And it was Quik on the mixtape. He was dissing all of us. Crip-affiliated rappers. He was dissing Eazy, NWA, dissing me. Like, you know, I ain't think, it was rap shit. It was rap. Niggas beef, they diss each other. I wasn't too on the gang shit with it. It was whatever. Like, we rappers. Niggas diss each other.
You didn't look as dissing on tape correlated to street banging.
No, I didn't.
Right, okay.
It was just hip hop dissing whatever.
Right.
Niggas diss.
You didn't
they
take
diss.
it as serious
I didn't
as that,
take it
right.
gang affiliated shit.
Like there wasn't no gun references or shit like that, or was
No,
it?
yeah,
said it
it
was rap
probably
shit.
was. It was,
Okay.
you know, something. I'm gonna shoot niggas from the top of the. But still, in all,
It's still rap.
it's the game of hip hop to
Right,
me.
right,
Okay.
You
right,
get
right.
me?
Continue.
I'm not thinking, even though he a blood, I'm a Crip, but this is the hip hop shit. Like,
I'm sorry, but do y'all neighbor?
Right.
I know that y'all Bloods and Crips are the opposite, but do y'all neighborhoods had beef before that?
No.
Okay, continue.
so,
Remember, his DJs are blood bringing him the tape.
my,
on top of
yeah,
that.
He's bringing
Mike
you the
T,
tape.
like I said, I hung around blood,
Right,
so
right,
it
right.
wasn't no blood thing.
Right.
Like again, this is what they do. LL was dissing Kumo D, and
Right.
so
Right.
that's the hip hop shit. So okay, that's what they do. But I'm thinking I'm already established. I got a record out. You get me? He's still on mixtapes or whatever. So I didn't even. Like, man, I ain't dissing nobody. So I was working on the second album. I did a song called Death Wish. And on the song, I said, biting me quick would mean you get my dick sucked quick. And they took that as me directing it at him by saying, biting me quick. Biting was the thing back then.
Yeah.
Right.
You bite a nigga, words or slang, you biting. So I'm saying if you bite my shit quick, like if you bite it quick,
Right.
then you gonna get my duck sick quick.
Right.
No references to DJ Quik or the rapper or whatever. But with that already being out there, he a Crip, you a Blood. He's
Right.
saying quick on the record. I'm assuming somebody said he talking about you.
Right.
And that's how
And
it
this is
started.
before. This is after you said that you alleged that he was dissing everyone who was Crip.
I heard the mixtape.
Okay.
So, but it wasn't like I'm finna write this song and direct it at him. Like,
Because
it
you
was-
thought you were already ahead, right? That's
Yeah,
what you said.
like,
So,
it-
I'm already out of here. So.
Right.
Wrote that lyric though, what was you thinking?
if
Who
you
was you-
bite my
Anybody though, general. It was
general, if you bite my jail, if you bite my shit,
Say
I had
biting
my own
wasn't the
shit.
shit, right.
When you heard that the first time, when you heard him dissing everybody, did you think of anything like, okay, you know what, man, I you know what I'm saying? Like, what's he talking about? Like, I might say
No,
something back. At all.
hip hop. That's what they do
You know
in
what I
hip
keep
hop.
thinking about 50 when he did How to Rob?
Was
that's
they
what
like
I'm thinking
that?
about, you know?
Like-
Okay.
That's a
But
good. That's a good
yeah,
example.
yeah,
Okay.
that was the mixtape.
Okay.
Like, fuck it, I'm
I
a
got
rob rap niggas and
Right.
or whatever. So he doing his mixtape. He like, nigga, fuck, Eiht, the Compton's Most Wanted,
Right.
NWA. Nobody was left safe. So it's hip hop.
Right.
So when that came out, I guess it was directed like, y'all got beef. I didn't have no beef, but that's the way it built up. And now my reputation as being a Trag New Park Crip, I'm not finna back away from the.
So okay. So after he drops his mixtape, it's not known, right? It's a local thing.
A lot of the songs on his mixtape became songs on his first album.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, a lot of the songs on his mixtape became
half of
songs
it
on the
almost.
first album, but I didn't even look at it like that. And our beef really just built up behind the streets, behind the affiliations, behind gangs. Because if it wasn't that, it would have. I don't know where it would have went, because I didn't start getting warmed up until I did the next Death Wish. That's when I was like, fuck it, we going full fledged.
Right.
Because he did a song called Way Too Funky, and he mentioned me in the song.
Right.
So that's when it was going back and forth then. And by that time, gang niggas is involved.
Imagine y'all had
It's
Twitter
over.
back there.
It's over with the hip. It's over with the hip hop shit now.
It seemed crazy from the outside.
It's over.
I was standing right next to him at the Social.
Yeah,
Awards,
it's
right?
over with
When Quik was on stage. He came over. He was right there, like at the. It was Quik. They go to stage. You was right there at the stage, right in front of the stage.
Oh, when Quik did
like, he's
this
standing
record?
like this, and Quik standing right there. They right there.
Right.
I'm like, oh shit. When Suge said what he said, okay, we already done got past that.
Wait, this
Now,
is the same award
the
show?
same night,
With
yeah,
Suge?
95,
With
yeah,
Snoop?
yeah.
Come on,
All that happened.
Well,
Yeah,
that's
it was
the
all a
same-
setup.
yeah,
It was all a
yeah.
setup.
It was all a setup. We blame Dino. No, but that was like legendary because like that. I mean, I feel like that was the first time like a person like performed a diss record in front of their artist, and I could see your face. I could tell you wanted to rush the stage.
Yeah, but we was smart.
Right.
We only came 9 deep. They had about 100.
Yeah.
So
Suge flew on like about 70, 80 dudes.
Yeah.
Flew.
We
tickets.
And see, that's the part that I didn't
we
know.
we hard, but we ain't motherfucking stupid. You
Right,
get me?
right.
We hard, but we ain't stupid.
Right.
8 can't fight 100. Like,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? And I'm not gonna put my homies in that jeopardy.
But I didn't know the affiliation with Suge at that time.
Suge was managing Quik.
Yeah, I just-
so
They all performed, and they all performed.
They had the Death Row, they had the cages, and he was in one of the
cells. They came out the cells. It was epic. Yeah,
it was beautiful.
Yeah, man,
it was beautiful.
I
That
forgot.
time was real crazy because it wasn't just Suge in them, but it was Black Tone in them too.
Oh, everybody was.
Yeah, they
it
was all
popular,
they was all clicked
Yeah,
up.
because Black
I mean,
Tone,
we came
I
to
thought
the
somebody, honestly, I thought somebody was going to get hurt that time.
Wu-Tang and Biggie had beef at that award. Y'all didn't even know that.
I heard about that.
It was. That's like I said. By the time we got home after that, it was
Ice Cube and Bone Thugs had issues. Like it was
Black Tone was.
it was crazy.
Black Tone, Black
95
Tone
was
was
crazy.
really like Black Tone owned Sugar Free's label. It's a rapper on the West Coast named
Yeah, Sugar Free. He loved it,
Talk
yeah.
all the pimp shit, you know. Tone ran Laneway Records, right? But Black Tone was like kind of like, I don't want to say Quik's manager or nothing like that, but they from the same neighborhood. They both from Treetop.
Okay.
Treetop Pyru.
Okay.
And at that time, it wasn't just Suge. You had Black Tone, who had all this motherfucking people. I thought somebody was gonna get hurt during that time, though.
Man.
Be honest with you, dog.
It was treacherous times.
Were you guys the first hip hop artists that were actually beefing, that were actually affiliated? That it was on opposite sides. Obviously,
think
there was
so.
not the first.
Well known.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
On legit,
yeah.
well known,
Yeah.
but on opposite
I
sides
think
of that.
as far as the Crip and Blood,
Yeah.
I think we were the first artists on the West Coast and just nationwide who was affiliated, who started beefing. But you know, shit started happening that we couldn't control. It was getting out of hand. Niggas was getting hurt. You know, outside of
neighborhoods and neighborhoods.
Yeah, niggas was beefing and niggas was getting hurt. Somebody got killed.
Yeah, I heard that.
It was treacherous.
How did y'all squash it? How did y'all find it?
Snoop.
Let's get the good side of this.
Snoop called it in. They were doing a show on BET. I think Tavis Smiley.
Yeah, Tavis Smiley. I saw the interview. You and Quik together.
Snoop asked me to go. And then he told me Quik was gonna be there, and he asked me would I show up, and I said, yeah, fuck it, I don't give a fuck.
Oh, y'all didn't see each other prior to that, Tavis?
No.
Holy
Shout to Snoop.
Hold on. Because I just watched that Tavis Smiley interview. So you telling me the first time you and Quik saw each other
that was our first time ever meeting face to face.
What the
Period.
Yeah, period. Out of all the beefs, out of all the shit talking, we never. That was
y'all was
See
so
each other at the
professional.
source, though. You see
we seen each other at the source.
But y'all was so professional in that interview. I thought y'all had to talk.
At that time, I was like, man, you know, I'm going on my 3rd, 4th album. You know, the Menace shit was coming up. You know, I had moved out of Compton. You know, I'm trying to be not so much gang invested as far as my reputation and where I'm from, and like I said, man, nigga, this hip hop shit, man. Like beyond the hip hop and dissing records, like nigga, I don't really got no beef with this nigga. I don't even know him. Like I know nothing. Like okay, they some bloods, but the homie I know around here is a blood homie of mine. So I guess he figured it out. I was just like, man,
the rappers though, it's the homies that get involved.
I was just like, yeah. So like I said, shout out to Snoop. Snoop was like, hey man, because it was getting treacherous. You get me? Niggas talking about going by mom's houses and shooting up houses, and niggas in the streets going through neighborhoods looking for niggas and all that shit. It could have turned out way worse than it was. And just niggas just had the sense to grow up, I guess. You feel me?
That's dope.
Yeah, man.
That's dope.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie to you. That was probably one of the, and I'm gonna say this, me being the East Coast dude, that's probably one of the dopest moments in hip hop to see y'all come together and make it right.
Now we hang out. I mean, shit. I see Quik. We do shows together.
That's
dope, bro. Together.
Y'all made music already together?
Yeah. I was on their last project, him and Problem, on the Rosecrans album. I'm on 2 songs on that record. I got a beat from them right now. They trying to get me on a new record.
That's dope.
Yeah. So me and Quik see each other. We smoke. We second to none. We chop. We good. We cool as a fan.
And what's crazy about it is, how it all started was a misunderstanding.
That's it.
And I just want you to say this for the young people. Do you regret not just calling him and just saying, once he thought you was dissing him, and you just said, yo, bro,
I mean, we probably could have chopped it up because it was, if somebody, had that connection, if Mike T had the connection, was like, hey, let's call him up and see what's cracking, or is it just some, because he's done said, some misunderstandings is what caused this shit. And so
did he explain to you that record that you heard, the one that he's dissing everybody?
No, I've never needed an explanation for it. I looked at it as, again, hip hop. Niggas ask me about dissing and shit.
I mean, I think it'd be a good hip hop conversation.
It is hip hop. And I'd be like, I felt like it was hip hop. And when niggas say, how do you feel about the song? And when he got up on stage, I said, nigga, that shit was classic. It was good hip hop shit. It was good, banter. That's what we did in here. Like I said,
that's what hip hop is.
I've been listening to hip hop for a long time. Niggas went at each other. You get me? How did J. Cole and Kendrick shit start? Like, niggas just diss each other. It's what niggas do in hip-hop.
What do you feel about J. Cole and Kendrick?
Right now.
In Compton. Compton.
On that note, let's go on. Underdog,
Drink Champs Army, don't forget to download the Underdog Fantasy app.
What's the code?
Drink Champs.
That's right. That's right, y'all. We are doing a great job, too. I know we doing a lot of basketball, but it's playoffs, so we got to keep it lit.
Playoff time!
Right into the summer.
And I just want to throw it out there. Miami is in, what game are y'all?
No, we eliminated.
We
eliminated.
We in Puerto Rico.
All right, let's go. Underdog Fantasy. Let's go.
We doing game 4, round 2, Underdog Fantasy Sports Champs. Jalen Brunson, 8.5, first quarter, higher or lower?
Higher! That's it. Change the subject.
No,
go.
You got to go with that energy.
We went higher. That's it.
As a total, 35.5 points. Higher or lower?
Higher.
As assists, 8.5 assists, higher or lower?
I want to say lower only because I don't want you to pass the ball.
No, he's right on all. I agree with
We're going
I don't want you to pass the ball. Listen, Brunson, in case you don't know, a lot of times you the man and you don't know you the man. So people don't come up to you and say, yo, you the man. First time I went platinum, no one came up to me and said, I'm the man. I had to come up to myself and say, you the man. So Brunson, I'm looking at you face to face, man to man, eye to eye. You're the man.
You're the man.
Don't pass that rock, Slime. Don't pass that rock, Slime. Go nuts!
Now we're going right over to his teammate, Josh Hart. Heart of the city.
That's my man with the braids?
Yeah.
Light skinned nigga with the braids.
Yeah. 4 points. First quarter, higher or lower?
Higher, motherfucker!
4 points?
I was gonna say 4.0, but 4 points.
Higher! There's nothing to talk about.
Damn, Noise on fire. We gotta run.
Higher!
This last one for Josh Hart and the Knicks. Game 4, 33.5 combination. Points, rebounds, and assists. 33.5, higher or low?
Higher!
We going
We not going lower on nothing today.
All right.
When we're playing to the Knicks, we not going lower. And guess what? I've been correct.
They are playing in Indiana.
Nigga, we gonna go see Reggie Miller crib.
So, Tyrese Halliburton, 4.5 points in the first quarter.
He's not the Knicks, right?
No, Indiana.
Yeah, fuck him. We going lower.
Okay, 17.5 points, higher or lower?
Higher. Lower.
I have to go higher on that one. Tyrese, we still with Tyrese.
Yeah?
Now, Pascal Siakam.
I don't like him.
4 points in the first quarter, higher or lower? He's the
Let's
big
go
man.
lower. Let's go lower.
Definitely going
Higher.
Let's go lower. We don't fuck with Indiana at all.
Fuck them. Fuck
Okay.
Reggie Miller.
All we do in Indiana is finger pop. That's it.
Fuck Larry Bird.
Assists.
Fuck all.
3.5 assists in the whole game.
Who?
Pascal. Higher or lower?
In the whole game?
Higher.
That's it. That's what Underdog got us at.
Higher for sure.
Higher.
Last one, the last pick for game 4, Knicks at Pacers. We're going to stick with Pascal on a combination pick.
Fuck Pascal.
31.5. Combination
lower.
of points, rebounds, and assists.
He lower.
Lower.
Higher.
You gonna stop.
Higher, EFN on the higher. The next game,
The rotary phone.
the Nuggets at Timberwolves.
Wow.
This is a good
See what's
game.
happening with them, right?
Hey,
They
and
lost game 1.
Yeah, and they're
kid's
playing
taking
in
over the
Minnesota.
guard.
This is a Minnesota
That kid,
game.
Anthony Edwards is taking over. That's the changing of the guard.
He's doing the man. He's the man.
Doing it.
So let's jump right into
Yeah,
it.
get into it, get into
Nikola Jokic, 8.5 points in the first quarter. Higher or lower? He's the big man. He's the back-to-back MVP of the NBA.
Lower.
I'm gonna say higher.
Lower, 8.5.
I gotta go with EFN because I miss him.
Lower.
Higher.
This is what round 2 of the NBA playoffs brings you. Don't forget, Drink Champs Army. Download the Underdog Fantasy app. Use the code DrinkChamps. Drink
And
or
get
champs.
matched up to $100.
And get matched to $100 on the deposit.
Do me this favor. Can we start from the beginning of the making of CMW? Like, is there a group or anything before CMW?
Do you see he got your tapes? You see?
No, I have more than this, but
Yeah, he got cassettes.
That's
no
no
shit.
When we formed CMW, it was me, it was Chill, it was a DJ named Ant C, and then Slip was doing the beats. But before we even did anything, we switched up DJs. Because Mike T, who I had met, he was like more skilled.
Right.
You get me? He could transform, he could do all of that. So we went with Mike T with all the scratching. And then Chill went to jail. So that's why the first album, you only hear half of Chill on the record.
We wanted that.
I had to finish all the record because I think we had got through like maybe 4 or 5 songs. And then so I had to finish the rest of the record. And then on the second album, which was still CMW, same situation. But he didn't get to get on any songs.
Damn.
So about time Music to Drive By rolled around, Sony was like, we done with that shit. So after I turned in Music to Drive By, everything went to MC8.
Oh, so they made the decision, the label?
They was like, we're not promoting.
That's why it's saying featuring?
Yes. That's why it started going from CMW to MC8 featuring. Because they wanted to just call that record MC8. And I said no. Because I still wanted to include CMW. Yeah. I wrote all, I did. I wrote all the raps.
Wow.
Yeah.
For the whole group?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So you were like the Ice Cube.
Yeah, I wrote all the raps in the beginning, you know.
Makes sense.
Not saying what they did after we parted, but all of the material up until then, I wrote everything.
It was because their raps wasn't making a cut, or because...
No, I just wrote. And I would write what? We had standards back then. We were 4 verses on fucking songs.
Right.
So I just split the verses up. Okay. I would write 4 verses, and then I would go, okay, I'm gonna rap these 2, and nigga, you rap these 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's make some noise for that guy.
Let's go. Let's go.
Crazy. That's crazy. When I researched you and I kept seeing that, I was like, that was crazy. But let's talk about Death Wish. I know we spoke about it earlier, but let's talk about it right now.
Death Wish
was 2-parter.
I had, I think, three parts to Death Wish.
3 parts?
Yeah. I did it was 2. Because the first Death Wish wasn't originally aimed at Quik.
Right, okay.
But once we did the second record and then Music to Drive By, all the Death Wishes, it was like my little thing to do. You get me? I wasn't gonna make up different songs or whatever, so I just kept the Death Wish moniker, and that was used as our retaliation to Quik songs when we would do them.
Wow. Yeah, motherfucking cool now.
Oh yeah, definitely.
That's dope.
That shit.
Definitely. I mean, shit, we all in this shit, man. And hip hop got a bad enough rap trying to get to where we are today. You get me? They wouldn't play songs. They wouldn't play videos.
Yes.
You get me?
Yes.
It was hard, man.
Right.
And so they were scared enough of us. Right. So to have 2 niggas claiming gangs beefing with each other, man, it wasn't gonna turn out good. You get me? It wasn't gonna do nothing but probably destroy our careers, or somebody end up dead, misfortunate, you know. So
yeah, somebody could have got clipped off for real.
Yeah,
man.
I was scared.
It seemed crazy from the
gang
outside.
shit was, like I said, it was real. And at that time, you know, niggas with a little money and a little, you know, representation, man, niggas was feeling like powerful, man. So, nigga, I'm riding around with Desert Eagles and shit, and you know, but it was just have the gang shit on top of that, you know. You beefing with a nigga in the street over some rap shit, but then you don't know how the outside motherfuckers gonna take that.
Right.
You gonna have other blood niggas now, like nigga, fuck
you
that.
dissing the blood, homie.
Goddamn right.
Yeah.
So shit,
It spread.
it was spreading, man. Like I said, once it got to that point where niggas got to talking about houses and shit, and we know where people stay and all of that, it happened. Like I said, fortunate Snoop was, you know, there to just. Man, maybe you niggas need to sit down and shit and see what's happening.
357 Desert Eagle or 44 Desert Eagle?
I had the 357. Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest. That shit, when I watched it, you know, watched you and Quik beefing, I knew y'all wasn't playing. Like, there was nothing about any of y'all videos.
It was we could have minus the hip hop, because like I said, you still had the fact that I was claiming Crip and he was claiming Blood. That was enough.
And both from Compton.
That was
don't forget that part.
That was
like
just
they're both like
That
that's
was
not.
enough.
It's not like it's the biggest town in the world.
No, that was just the beef, just period.
Right.
Nigga, when you bang, you was a Crip or Blood, and you get the repercussions of that. I
Like
know.
you said earlier, y'all neighborhoods didn't even have beef. It wasn't necessarily, but then it had beef after that.
And it's crazy because I know a lot of treetops right now. Cool as a motherfucker.
And that's the Blood set?
Yeah.
Okay.
A lot of treetops is cool. My nigga, rest in peace, Slim 400, was cool as a fan. Fucked with a lot of my people from the neighborhood.
Wow.
My nigga Keteroo right now with his podcast.
Keteroo,
He from
YG.
Treetop. YG. A lot of niggas is cool. You get me?
dope.
You gotta get
YG
past
the
that
rapper?
shit. Yeah, he's from Treetop.
And that's I'm Quik.
That's where Quik is from. That's where Slim 400 was from. A lot of them. So,
Yeah, rest in peace, Slim 400.
That was the homie.
like I said, we learn to grow up. Like I said, I'm cool with a lot of motherfuckers now. And it ain't even about where you from or what color you, whatever. I'm an older nigga now.
You gotta
man.
respect
I don't
that.
give a fuck
Yeah,
where you
respect.
from, really.
You gotta respect
If
that.
you respect me, I can respect you. And I don't care what rag you want to put in your pocket or...
Do you talk to younger guys? Do you have a chance to go?
Yeah, I got a son that's 19, so you know.
Play football.
Yes.
I read that somewhere that you won't even take a show unless they get you back at 10 o'clock in the morning.
He mentioned it. We had him on Fatherhoods, and he talked about it.
I started
his drink chance,
he said, I started motherfucking coaching football. You know, my son, 5 years old. Give him another interest. You know, I didn't want him to. You know, a lot of our kids I want to rap, I want to produce and that shit. I didn't want him to get into that. So I wanted to give him another opportunity to find his own lane. So I started coaching football, you know, to give him something else that we could do together. And he's in college right now playing.
He watched Menace?
Because I heard that you had a show. I heard you had a show. And it was their championship game or something like that?
Right. I was in Europe. And I flew all the way back just to be at the championship game.
That's some hard
shout
shit.
out my nigga Kendrick.
Now that's some hard shit.
I turned down
That's what you talked about.
I turned down to be in the All Right video because my son had a game.
The Kendrick joint.
And I couldn't, and Kendrick called me all night. He called me the next morning and I couldn't get away from the game. So I missed the opportunity because we had just did Mad City and that came out.
Crazy.
And then on the next project, he was on the next project and the video where I think Terry Crews is in it and he wanted me to be in that video. And
that's who's gonna play your life story, Terry Crews. Killed that, all right? Killed that.
That's definitely official.
How did that homage feel, the Mad City homage that he paid to you and then you being on the record?
I thought, you know, they could have fucked with anybody. But a lot of niggas from Compton rapping. You get me?
And it was creative, the way, it wasn't just like a straight taking the record and then having you, like it was creative the way it came in.
Actually, my son's, you know, sister, she knew a bunch of them. And so she actually told her mom, hey, this guy Kendrick wants to do a song. Honestly, I didn't even
know him at the time.
No.
Wow.
You didn't even know he was signed to Aftermath.
No, he was. He had put out the Section 80 album.
Right. He was touring with J-Rock at the time.
Right.
J-Rock was on Strange Music.
She called me and was like, "This cat named."
Yeah, you know.
She said, "This cat named Kendrick wants to get you on a song." And I said, "Who?" She was like, "Kendrick. You know, this young cat, whatever." And I said, "Yeah, okay." So I told her to give him my number. And I didn't think nothing about it. 2 weeks later, he called me. And he said, hey, I'm at the studio today. Can you come through? And that's when we went to the spot in Carson.
Oh, is that right?
Carson City?
No, it was in Carson City out, you know, around Compton.
It was at the house? You was at the house?
Yeah. We went to the house over there and he came outside. We went in. He told me the concept of the record. He told me, you know, he told me what he wanted me to do on the intro and all of that shit. And then he played me the beat. When I heard the beat, I was like, oh, this motherfucker gonna be. It was that Bird in the Hand. And I was like, oh man, that motherfucker was hard. So he is really like, not one of the niggas, I'm gonna send you the beat and then you come up with it. Cause that's something about me. If a nigga wanna get me on the song, I wanna know what he wanna talk about.
Yeah.
I ask a nigga in a minute, what's the concept? Okay, what we talking about? I don't wanna get on the song and you talking about bitches and shit and I'm talking about driving around a nigga block or some shit. A lot of niggas do that shit today. You know, the niggas be like, yeah, I wanna get you on the song. And I'd be like, okay, cool. What we talking about? And nigga be like, oh, just do what you do. I'm like, nigga, what is that? I can do 1,000 things. Nigga, what the fuck you want me to do on this motherfucker? So, but he told straight up, I want you to say this. I want you to talk about Alondra. I want you to do this. Blah, blah, blah. Right here at this part, can you do this? And we gonna break down the intro. And I want you to just.
Mad creative.
So he knew it all. I came to that motherfucker like, damn.
Not too many people do that.
No, a lot. Not many at all. A lot of niggas just go like, I'm gonna send you the beat.
record. Yeah.
And he's a student of the game. You can tell Kendrick is a student of the game.
Nice.
So he sat there, listened to my verse, and then I'm like, okay, cool. He like, "Oh, can you do this part over?" I was like, "Yeah, fuck it, cool."
Oh yeah, he
like,
real with it.
I'm
Then.
finna walk out the booth, and he like, "Okay, now can you do this and can you do that?" I'm like, "This motherfucker." I'm
Little
like,
Dr. Dre.
yeah, directing the nigga to do shit, but he was cool as fuck, so I didn't mind. It came out the way it came out. It was tight as
classic,
fuck. Yes, indeed.
Holy moly, guacamole.
That sound like Dot says.
Yeah, he's very like nigga. No, I know what I want. I know the direction of my shit.
When you do that track with the Outlaws?
Huh?
The Outlaws. When you do that track with the Outlaws? When you do that? And was you in the studio with Fado?
I try to go to.
Rest in peace to Fado,
I was in the
you know what I'm
studio
saying?
with
Okay,
Fado.
rest in peace to
yeah,
Fado.
definitely. Some more cats like certain niggas I fuck with. I give them that personal. Like, don't send me the track. If you want to go in the studio, we can get in the studio. I try to give that to niggas. You know what I'm saying? Without niggas, but you know. I'm a true hip hop, and MC is first. So,
what's your relationship with Jay Prince?
I don't really have one. I'm really cool with Scarface.
Okay.
I talk to Face like shit at least once a month.
So when you went to the Gangsta Rap Summit, it was through Face.
Actually, that was through the labels.
Okay.
I think Prince and them called the labels, and certain artists they want to come.
Okay.
And that's how we got there. Some historic moments and shit in hip hop I've been able to be a part of. And, you know, like I said, from what I've been through with all the beefing and the other shit, whatever, like the gang shit affiliated and claiming the neighborhood and all that we had to go through, it's what got us to this point today. So I don't change nothing, man. You know, I don't change.
But it's something I always wanted to ask. Wu-Tang comes out. MC8 in a Wu-Tang fucking video.
Wu-Tang was my peoples.
In Staten Island.
Wu-Tang
I
was
watched
my
this
people,
video. I was like, how the fuck does this make sense?
Yeah.
How did you have affiliation with Wu-Tang? I'm looking like.
That was through Old Dirty and Meth.
Wow. You worked with Old Dirty.
Yeah.
Yes. Put us on.
Old Dirty and Meth. They was shooting the video. They was getting ready to shoot it.
Dust involved.
Yeah, it might have been.
It might have been.
Yeah.
How'd you know that?
I don't know. I just know Angel Dust.
I got it.
Let's talk about this.
He's a journalist now. Like, that's dope.
No, I just felt it. I felt it. I have no inside information.
And this was, and I didn't even know them at this point.
Wow.
And they're not blown up. They're not blown up. You was in like.
What video is it?
Can I be also simple?
Wow, that's early.
Yeah.
He's in Staten Island.
Yeah,
How did I not notice this?
I'm in the car. I'm standing out in front of the little shit with Meth, and then I'm in the car with him. At the end of the video, when
Only
they
thing I can affiliate is that's Dust.
Yeah,
Who was on this them niggas?
I think I was off of fucking.
They smoke Dust. It's Dust.
I was off of Menace. I was off of Menace.
I did once with a girl.
I just did Menace and just dropped Music to Drive By. And they called me up and they was like, man, can you come to New York and be in Wu-Tang video? And I was like, Wu-Tang? And I think they sent me their record. And I was like, oh, this motherfucker hard like a motherfucker.
Yeah. Wow. I like how you say hard.
I jumped on the plane and went straight to Staten Island. We was hanging out, chilling, Raekwon, Ghost. It was all love.
That's dope.
I was out there for a few hours. Niggas wasn't doing nothing but standing around getting high.
That was just like Compton.
That's it, man. It was there. That was lovely.
You was not uncomfortable.
And then after that, I got real cool with Old Dirty. So that's how I jumped on the song with him.
And you did it.
Yeah, I did the Shimmy Shimmy remix with him. Yeah.
Jesus.
That's classic.
Rest in peace to Old Dirty.
Yeah, Old Dirty all day.
This shot is for Gangster motherfucking Chronicles.
All day.
Y'all doing your motherfucking thing. Y'all doing your thing.
Salud.
Me and EFN don't mind if we have to go to wherever y'all film at. We need to support other podcasts.
Official.
We love y'all. We respect y'all. Hold on, let me give y'all. But cut me off. I see you. You know, I'm professional. I understand what's going on here. But we've been trying to get y'all flowers for real.
No, we've been talking for a long time.
I really, really love Gangster Chronicles. Like when what y'all doing and how y'all highlighting y'all culture. Y'all, I love it. I love it.
Man,
I did like the gang investigator. I did like him on the show. I'm sorry. I know.
Oh no, that's a salute for that.
Yeah, that's salute for that. I like it.
Salute for that because
But I didn't know he was.
Fuck he was.
You call him he was a gang event or he was an analyst?
Yeah, because I follow him.
He was like a dude who went to neighborhoods
he
and then
does his shit,
interviewed.
man.
He investigates them. Yeah,
definitely.
And I'm not mad at that shit because I thought to bring all the motherfuckers on, so that means I'm a smart motherfucker, right?
Yeah, you are.
Yeah.
So I would
Yeah, you
never
are.
dish them, man, because I really feel like that at one time we could have had something really great, man. We was doing some shit,
Yeah,
right?
because you had the gang members and the gang analysts.
Yeah, exactly. And what happened was, though, man, sometimes some shit just ain't meant to be. Some people can't handle that power, Nori.
I respect that.
Some people can't
Because-
handle it, man.
So you said it just now. I actually thought he was like an expert. Like, you know how Steve on Jerry Springer used to be? Like, he was just the person that's... Sorry, man, old.
Well, you
That's
know,
all
what
right.
Exactly. You know what's happening, though?
But you
We know about Steve. We know about Steve.
Yeah, you know Steve. Now Steve got his own show.
Yeah, Steve is balling right now. He got his own
So
shit.
that's what I thought he was.
Yeah, you know what's happening though right now, man. I had a brother hit me the other day, man. Shout out to my boy, man, down in the rag, right? He hit me and he was telling me some shit about him, right? What's happening? There was a lot of videos that's coming out right now. A lot of guys catching cases and shit like that, man. So it's a whole bunch of little messy shit going on, man. To where it's like, I'm glad I'm not involved now. You feel what I'm saying? Everything like I said, I'm a real spiritual person, man. And I think God sometimes, man, determines our destiny. Certain shit might happen at that time. You might be tripping, but then something else will happen later on. You like, damn.
You understand
Because
it later.
It's just like me and Eiht, we had our biggest year last year, man. You know, a lot of people don't understand with podcasting.
Tell them.
You make your bread with the audio, man.
That's right.
You make some good bread with the audio, right?
Talk that talk.
And me and Eiht, we did something
Yes,
like
indeed.
$19 million. Like, it was like a crazy amount of downloads last year. And I said, damn, we fucked around and got bigger, dog.
Man, that's the realest.
You feel what I'm saying? So you have to always keep scaling, man, and keep reinventing this shit.
And be consistent, because that's the thing in the podcast game. You gotta be
We gotta
consistent.
drink to that.
Yeah.
You gonna drink to everything.
That's what I told my nigga. Keep the
We gotta drink to that.
You notice that motherfucking bottle was full when I told him to take
We
it.
gotta drink
That
to that.
motherfucker empty as a motherfucker
We gotta
right
drink to that.
now.
Come on, come on. We gotta drink to that.
You gotta watch that nigga right there, man.
So we gotta drink, and we gotta drink
That nigga right there.
Let's talk Killer Holiday.
Killer, man, you know about that movie?
Come on, nigga. I'm on point.
Man, y'all really be up here doing y'all research.
Yes,
and shit.
indeed. I told you. You gotta have that, man.
That was
Killer
some shit I
Holiday.
did for
We
the
just
chick.
act drunk.
Yeah, I said, nigga, I go dig up some shit that your ass go sit up and be like, how you know about that shit?
Yeah, I know about Killer Holiday. No, you
I know about Killer Holiday. Go
Wait,
drink
wait,
to
wait.
Killer Holiday.
Come on now.
Drink the Killer Holiday.
Drink the Killer
There
Holiday.
you go. That's all right.
Nori make sure he don't get cheated because he'll look at you drink your shit.
That's right.
He always say, look at me now.
Where the keys
And
at,
these are
nigga?
all my
Oh, he
own.
driving?
Man,
Yeah, where the keys
Oh, no, he ain't driving. He ain't driving.
Where the keys
Look, and these
at?
are all the shots I took, just so you know. If you want to, like, you smell them, you make sure I'm good.
Oh, no, he good.
You passing the keys now, right?
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
Right now.
on
Right
the
now.
show.
Right now. Let's
Designate.
let's be
Drop
an example
him
of a drink champ.
I'm gonna drive him home. I'm gonna drive him
I gotta give Nori and ESPN a salute though. Cause I'ma tell y'all, if y'all would have had the Drink Champs Network started at that time, we'd have signed with y'all. Because y'all
We
niggas
really
said
want-
our name.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm gonna be honest with you, because I know this. I'm the nigga.
He be talking.
I'm
That
the nigga
nigga
that
be on
watched Gangster Chronicles from the beginning. And y'all shit was so good. I'm being honest. Let me just be honest. Because there's me and you was on DMs together talking. Y'all shit was so good. And when y'all finally got it together, I didn't even want to play with y'all. I was like, because I knew me and EFN didn't have it together. Like me and him, like 3 days ago, got it together. Was like, listen, this is how we're going to do it.
Yeah, if we would have had it together, a lot of people would have been coming to our network.
You would not have been on Black Effect. By the way, who is my man? It's my brother, Charlemagne. But y'all would have been with us because I was watching y'all shit and I was like, this is crazy. Y'all are just. And by the way, I knew this for years that California artists don't even have to promote to the world. All you have to promote to is California. I'm just being honest with y'all.
Oh, that's crazy.
This is what podcasts, the algorithms has shown. You don't even need to do, like Texas artists, wherever you at out there.
Yeah, Texas is another market that self-sufficient.
Fuck the world.
Right.
Promote to Texas.
Right.
Talk about boots.
Right.
Talk about holding fucking AKs and walking into McDonald's.
Don't do that, guys.
No. Don't listen to that part.
No.
But California, let me just tell you something. I study algorithms. California does not have to perform to promote to anybody else but California. I'm telling you, the world is already gravitating to California.
Oh shit.
So all you gotta do is just talk to your people.
And you win.
And you win.
And you win.
And it's beautiful that me and EFN.
That's hard, you know.
We only talk to our audience.
Come on.
But his audience, gotta realize he's born in
LA.
In LA.
Raised in
That's
Miami.
real shit.
Me and
Raised in Miami.
Yeah,
I'm
Southgate
a New
and
York
Downey.
nigga.
I'm a New York nigga. Lived in
but
Southgate.
we
My family
only
Downey.
talk to our audience. We don't care. Like if you're a young nigga and you want to listen to us, we respect you. We don't give a fuck.
Come on.
We don't give a fuck if you would tune in.
We got another toast in there. Fucking with you, man.
I think it might be another podcast after this
this
later.
nigga, man.
But you understand what I'm saying?
That was
This
some real
nigga
shit he
right
just
here
said.
is a motherfucker.
No. That was some
Nah.
Vito, I think if he would have said, let's eat hamburgers, you would have taken
I tell you.
let's do it. Let's do a toast.
Let me get one more, Jamie.
That was some real hamburger shit he said.
I got this last little bit
No,
of
but
shit.
what I'm saying is cater to your people. Like you don't have to go outside your audience. I told this to Raekwon damn near 8 years ago when we started it. Raekwon was dropping an album, and we're at a part of Jersey. I don't want to say it because me and him might meet up there tomorrow. So let me not say it. But I say, yo, bro, next time you drop an album, drop your album on a podcast. And he was like, what? And I was like, drop it. Make Raekwon podcast. And your audience is already built. Drop your album
right
on your podcast. Don't make it available, because this is different between podcasts. When you choose podcasts, you have to download an app. You have to start following that people. That means that these people that really listen to you are really with you.
Really with you, though. Really fucking with you.
Fuck with them back.
Yeah.
And that's where I want hip hop to kind of go. Like, it's like Gangster Chronicles. If a person listens to y'all shit, it's because they fuck with y'all.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
it right
shit.
there.
Yeah.
That's what I tell motherfuckers, though.
Listen, and by the way, I'm one of them niggas. Like, I'm one of them. I wanted to just, like, I met, you know the time I met you?
Long time.
You remember
He
the,
probably don't even remember.
No.
no, I remember, because you high, I was high too. But it was Johnny Blaze video, Fat Joe in New York. And I came with 25 niggas of the worst people that could be around me. Because that was hard back then.
Yeah.
I heard about you.
I mean, it happened.
Listen, and let me tell you why I knew MCA was just as foul as me. I said, man, what's up, Eiht? What's up, nigga? Hey, look, what's up? I'm like, yeah. We in Brooklyn. We filming the video in Brooklyn. I'm like, about to walk around the corner. But I know I got the town. MCA walked around the corner with me. I said, this nigga. By the way, any other West Coast nigga would have been like, go ahead, nigga. Like, you gonna walk around the corner? Like, in Brooklyn.
That's real shit, ain't?
And do you remember that?
I've never been like, we in the hood.
Yeah.
Like, you get me?
Right.
And then they ain't gonna let you walk by yourself, nigga. I'm with it. Shit, let's go.
I had 25 people with me.
It don't matter. Shit, I'm shit. I will put my affiliation in too, nigga. Shit.
I was like, damn, bro.
Man, you know who told me about you though, dog?
Chill.
Not to put him out there, but the homie Doggy Diamonds.
That's my guy.
Shout out to Doggy
Shout out to
Diamonds.
Doggy Diamonds.
He told me one time, he said, man, this nigga Poppy, man, he'd fuck around and, you know, not to be saying too much, you know what I'm saying? He was just like, you know.
Not to say too much.
Yeah.
Allegedly. You said it earlier.
You mean he knows karate?
Graphics and shit.
He tried. That was him trying to throw
when Zeno
gang
finishes that
signs
bottle,
right
that's
there.
No.
He
Got
was
to
trying
do
to
that
throw.
though. Think about it.
He was trying to throw up gang signs right there, people. That's all.
Bring me drinks. I be thinking I'm finishing to be one more over here.
No, that's real shit. Bobby, let's go.
I know I said it earlier, but God is a funny nigga because I'm trying to get dressed today.
Like that?
Everything in my closet is blue. I was like, this nigga.
He told me. This is real. He told me this before we started. He said he tried hard not to come it off.
I was like, I don't want to, and by the way, it was hard blue. Like it was like you would have been like this to me. And I was like, this is not.
I did the same shit. When I'm looking, I'm like, nigga, I got some shit that look like a crip rag and shit, and I was like, I ain't gonna do him like that, man. I said I ain't gonna do him.
You a humble good nigga, my nigga. You a humble good dude, bro.
That's
You a humble good nigga.
Let me say something real quick though. Piggybacking off of the humbleness, I went to this conference in Palm Springs. It was a weird conference. I don't remember the name of the conference. They had like a gospel part of it, and then it turned into an independent gangster.
The radio conference that they used to have in Palm Springs.
I just remember. I know for sure I saw you. Booyah Tribe was there. Like it was like.
I was there.
Booyah Tribe. Word.
That shit used to crack.
Oh shit.
It was dope. But one thing I remember telling people, because it's at the same time that like I don't call it backpack rap, but that's what we called it. The backpack rap was
conscious.
The indie rapper was coming up.
Right.
And I was doing a lot of promo stuff for a lot of labels, and I worked like Raucus and all these people. And I remember I'm at this conference, and I'm meeting the hardest artists these are some gangsters of the gangster, the most humble artists that I ever met. Then I meet the most conscious of the conscious, working the label stuff. They're the biggest assholes. They trying to be hardcore, and I'm like, yo, what the fuck? Like it made me realize
because they think they have to be.
That's what I'm saying. It made me realize
to be that.
Because let me tell you, when I ran into Booyah, I've always known. I've heard stories. Booyah's real ass dudes was in Booyah Tribe.
Oh no, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Tribe was real official.
Salute to the Booyah.
And so it's just I don't know if it's the era that created that type of artist or what happened, but it's just something happened. There was a disconnect where these conscious artists felt inclined to try to be like a hardcore street person. They wasn't really that. And then you had the people who lived it and really, was about that, actually acting like conscious artists when you met them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, when you grow up in the neighborhood, man, you get to, I guess when you get to put yourself in different predicaments that you wouldn't be in, and becoming hip hop and really embracing that takes you to different places.
Right.
People already think we fucking assholes, and so we like to show people that we intelligent.
Right.
Even though we had to grow up hard and banging and did all that shit, I'm gonna show you I'm an intelligent motherfucker. I don't walk up in here and just get to tearing up shit because that's what you think I should do.
Right.
You feel me? Nigga, I'm gonna come here, sit down, and talk to you like a motherfucking college graduate and civilized because I still got street knowledge. But I still been brought up to be respectful. Like I said, respect, man. And once you give a nigga respect, man, they know how to deal with that. So when you grow up like that, man, we try to show people like, nah, I'm not the asshole that you think I am.
Right.
And I'm not what you see on TV.
Right.
You get me? You see the image of us on TV and it's just stick 'em up, kill a motherfucker. You kill a motherfucker for a fucking was it for stealing your cupcake and shit. That's how they make us on TV.
Right,
you feel me? But it's a lot of intelligent motherfuckers from the neighborhood.
I asked you a question earlier about what age was your son when he first watched Menace? I just want to know, what age was he, and what did he say? What was his reaction?
Your son had to be just as scared as you as me.
I love that shit. Like, yo.
My son really...
How old was he when he watched?
He was probably about 7 or 8.
7 or 8?
Yeah,
I didn't think he was gonna say that.
I didn't.
Yeah, it must have been different when you told him, go to your room after
my
that.
thing was, I didn't want to restrict him from nothing.
Right.
You get me? You gonna see shit, and it's gonna come a time where you're gonna have to make a decision that's gonna be the right decision. You can't go off of what you saw me do. Yeah, you see what I did? Yeah, that's what I did. Yep. You done been to the hood, you see that, you see the niggas I associated with, all that. But you have different, I didn't have an option. I grew up there. You ain't there.
Right.
You don't have to follow that shit. And then that's all, so.
Yeah, but he sees that movie now, right? When he was 7, then he might not have known it. But as he gets older and he's watching
If he watch it now, he probably would think, oh, that was some cool shit you did.
Not bigger than cool shit.
Like an actor, like you was acting.
Because I done seen
You still had to be bigger than cool.
Because I thought it was bigger than cool. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
he's just now coming into that, because he used to think it was weird when people would walk up to me and be like, oh, man. And he'd be like, why? Why they want your picture? Why they want your autograph? And I don't know if I had to
realize it though, like how big you are with that movie. I know.
I don't know.
Come on, let's take another shot. You gotta take the flowers, and you know why you gotta take them? No, for real, because that movie has to be, if not the greatest hip hop street movie of all time, right by Boys in the Hood. To me, the #1, and you got to take that.
Yeah, it's a small group of classics.
Hold on. Let me make yours shit make more sense. You make sense. Let me make it more sense. Seriously, that movie is the reason why East Coast is banging right now. Like, you can go to a neighborhood and see a neighborhood full of Crips. In New York City.
You putting it all on Menace II Society, though? I think that's...
I am.
Come on, no, come on.
I threw it on there.
I didn't understand that.
You think that's true?
Yeah, please.
Hold on.
Come on. I didn't understand that.
I feel like that's 100%.
I didn't never, because I was coming to New York.
No, hold on. We gonna all be quiet.
When?
Hold on. We gonna all be quiet. You need to break this down.
He is.
No, I'm saying,
right.
For me and my innocence, like when I went to
need
New
somebody
York,
break it down to me. Like, what made it so influential?
Can I go second?
I'm
gonna go after you. Okay, but hold on. So
the gang culture in New York.
Okay.
How did that become?
Because y'all.
Honestly,
but you don't think it was the prison system as well? Like, I think the prison system is what spread it.
You gotta see it.
Because I was back in them days when it wasn't. I was traveling to New York in the late 80s and the early 90s. I was banging.
And guess what?
But I was like,
everybody your shit, and then they followed you.
You were such a big influence that they stopped making those movies.
Hold on. He understands. Bro. But it's true. It might be just that simple.
But I don't think it's just the movie, though. I think there's a lot.
I thought it was niggas coming out the prison system.
I think it's prisons. I think it's the music. I think it's the movies. I think there's definitely the influence.
No,
for sure.
I do mean that, but what I'm saying is, nigga, you a legend. This nigga,
that's hands down.
Love you,
hands down.
And like, I can't stand when I used to love this. When a person's, and I heard you say this in the interview, person come to me like, yo, you got me through my bid. And I was like, I'll be like, yeah, but then I feel like this nigga think I owe him.
You really felt that way?
No, I don't even be like good looking. He be like, yeah, you got me through my bid.
I forgot I got a letter for you from the pen that came in.
Crazy, man.
I get hard back. Like, I'm in the airport, fucking Barbara's bar. This nigga come up to me, yo, nigga, you got me through my bid. I'm like,
that's real shit though.
And I can't let this nigga.
It means a lot to him.
Know.
Yeah, I get that a lot.
I'm gonna be honest with you.
I get that a lot.
I knew you get it way more than me.
Yeah, I get that a lot.
You, nigga, I listen to your shit. Everyone here tried to crip walk at one point, and none of us got it right.
I get that a lot. Like, nigga, you had us on one, and nigga,
Yo, AWACS forever, nigga.
I done did plenty dirt behind you, and nigga, you got me through being locked up, nigga, and I used to listen to your shit, so I get that a lot.
You had East Coast niggas wanting to be West Coast.
But my thing is,
come on,
that was my.
That's true. That's true.
Come on.
That was my.
How big is that?
I'm one of them. You heard what he just said, though? I'm sorry.
My thing was, that's what I signed up to do, though. Like, I signed up to connect with niggas who was going through that type of shit.
Right.
Nigga, you got arrested, I got arrested too. Nigga, you got pulled over for a strap, I did too. So that's what I made music for. That's why I never really... Niggas be like, well, why you didn't get your props, or why you don't think, nigga? I said, I signed up for this shit. You know, I didn't sign up to be a Kendrick or a Drake, or I signed up to connect with niggas that was doing what I was doing. Those are the niggas that I'm gonna be able to connect with, and how niggas is gonna feel connection to the music I'm making is by letting a nigga know. Oh, I know you struggling, nigga. I'm struggling too.
Right.
Oh, nigga, I know you had to sell dope. I did too.
Come on.
You got pulled over and had the heat under the seat. Nigga, I just went to jail yesterday for that. And my mama, a single mama at home with 3 kids and struggling and shit like that. I'm just like you, nigga. So as I started making music, that was the connection for me. You get me? It's niggas in the projects in Brooklyn, and it's niggas in Philly, it's niggas in Texas, it's niggas in Chicago. They all live, they might not be claiming Crip and banging, but I bet you some of them niggas is doing double ups and serving. I bet you some of them niggas is robbing and shit and trying to get ahead. And a lot of them niggas is going through poverty and shit. So that's what I made music for.
Right.
And that you're that foundation that there is a Kendrick today, because you're part of that foundation that helps a Kendrick or all these other artists.
I try to include myself in the foundation of Compton hip hop. You get me, NWA, Eazy, CMW.
You're the legend.
78.
They're looking at
I'm still.
No. In this case, yes, because
legends is for niggas like.
I hear you. But look at
old cowboy motherfuckers.
No, you a
Compton Cowboys. Compton Cowboys.
Nah, for real. In every sense of the word, because you know what? You was there since day one. And I didn't even know that. Like, I didn't know how far you went back with Compton hip hop. And once I started, because, you know, Nori's like, look, you're going to coach, you got to do research. So I'm researching now.
Oh, yeah. I appreciate my.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I appreciate
back,
my.
Man.
I appreciate my. I appreciate the niggas before me. You feel me? We don't get a lot of that today, but I appreciate the niggas who was picking up the mic before me.
But then Kendrick did that to you. He appreciated you.
Definitely.
That shows,
we get a few.
That shows
we get a few who want to pay back homage. I always basically bigged up the niggas who came. I never dissed a nigga or disrespected, whether it was Grandmaster Flash or whether it was the LA Dream Team or Egyptian Lover. They might have not did the music that.
Right, but they laid a foundation that we're all on top of right now.
The niggas was in, and I was listening to all that shit. So you gotta respect that. I just come from that, and that's what I'm appreciated for. You know, feel me? That's
DJ
it.
Flowers, bro. You fucking did an amazing movie that should have been award winning. Your role was dope. Your music, you didn't come and grab on any old West Coast as far as like West Coast what they was doing. You kind of made your own.
Yeah, I tried to put my own lane. I didn't do the traditional Dre and the Parliaments and the.
But how hard was that? Let me ask you. I'm sorry. How hard was that? Because the homie said it earlier. He was like, he's the only person that's not affiliated with Dre.
No, I didn't come up under the NWA ladder.
That's crazy.
It was,
and I didn't realize that.
It was. Yeah, I didn't. I came
there was no
up.
olive branch, like them helping you out.
No.
No.
I sat up and wrote, and then I hooked up with DJ Slip. DJ Slip was a part of the LA Sound Control, and they basically used to provide all the music for all the concerts that was going on at the time. So when all the early East Coast niggas was coming over here, Rakim and Run DMC and all them, Slip and them provided the sounds for the concert. So
let's check it in.
He was a
the music. They were just playing the music.
He was a producer. You know,
that's not checking in at all.
Checking in,
not at all. It's not the same thing.
He was a producer, and
they're playing the music in the concert.
He checked in, man.
Who checked in?
I'll take that.
Nori said he checked in.
I'll take that.
Come on, let's take that.
So Slip was I call him a digging in the crates producer. He didn't go with what was popular or what niggas was doing. Slip would go dig in the crates and find some shit from overseas and take 2 seconds of the shit. Chop that shit up and do this and do that and SB12 at this and next thing you know, we got a whole fucking song off of some shit. He was very creative.
That's why Money sample was the greatest ever. I just want you to know that.
Oh, I found that.
You did that. You found that.
Yeah. That was that was Tyrone Davis. Something my moms my moms used to listen to.
La 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 la.
You know, the old folks used to play Bobby Blue Bland and all that old type of shit. So that's where I got that old sound.
That shit was crazy.
I wanted to stick with that shit. So I didn't want to be traditional. You get me? And then Slip was the type of nigga, if you bought him something that 10 niggas already sampled, he'd be like, nah, we not using that.
Right.
You know, because a lot of niggas, we was doing a lot of that back then too. We was all using the same samples
same
and
drums,
shit back
same
then.
everything, right?
But Slip would be like, nah, we gonna create
Slip
something.
used a lot of break beats.
Yeah,
a lot of break. Impeach the president, and then he'll come half with it with impeach the president.
He liked to cut up and hide a lot of shit. So that's why we were able to not follow that Dr. Dre, you know, that path of Parliament.
Did you want to beat from him? Did you want to beat from Dre? Like, would you have liked to work?
I never. No, I was satisfied with Slip.
One thing you gotta understand, man, is that above the law, Dre got a lot of shit from Above the Law.
I love Above the Law.
I'm not saying that Dre wasn't
great. You saying influenced by Above the Law?
Influenced by Above the Law.
Really?
You know, them Willie Hunches like little nephews and shit like that,
Above
right?
the Law's like, Living Like Hustle is a 5 mic album. I just want to say
that album was
Come on.
No, Above the Law is legendary.
Man,
Warren and Nate Dogg.
Because then we gonna fight again.
Warren and Nate Dogg.
That's another thing.
Before Dr. Dre got Snoop and them, they was Above the Law.
Who? The 213?
Hey, that shit is all.
Yeah, 213
My nigga gonna need another bottle.
Really?
Yeah.
I was able to stop fucking with you.
You got your mics, you the third? Did you ever get
Yeah, 2 and 3 was with Above the Law.
You got 2 covers.
We having 17
I got
podcasts right now.
I actually got 4. I actually got 4 mics.
4 mics.
Yeah, for We Come Strapped. I got 4 mics.
Probably should have got 4.5.
Yeah.
I wanted 4.5.
Yeah.
Let's talk about that.
Hold on, because
I should have had 5 because I was. I was the first album to ever get double sticker.
If I would have rated it, I would have gave it a 5.
I was double sticker.
If I would have rated yours, I would have gave it a 5. I
I mean, you can do whatever you
I would
want.
have given it a 6. I would have given it a 6.
From all them years from getting them 3s and 3.5s to get that 4, nigga, I was satisfied. I was like, oh shit, nigga, got 4, nigga. You see that 3.5, you be like, oh.
Listen, but who would have known? All you had to do is call Zeno. He would have hooked it up.
First of all, not too many niggas get 2 covers. Let's just establish that.
Yeah,
He's from
we
LA
got 2
with 2
covers.
covers.
Yeah, they gave me 2
So
covers.
this is like, bro, like you really.
We did the
Scarface,
me, Scarface, and Spice.
But yeah, those were legit. Those are legit covers, man. Like, he got classic albums.
And now, Gangster Chronicles, if you're a West Coast artist and you on Gangster Chronicles, that's somewhat of a source cover.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Come on now.
For sure.
Hold on.
Hold on, you gotta have a shot.
No, we gotta do
That's
that.
the last shot right
We
there.
gotta do that. We gotta toss it.
No more cups.
We got.
My nigga want 1 more.
I don't have no
Oh,
more
look, you got one right here. Look. They brought you one.
Slide him 1 more.
By the way, hold on.
This is a little
Hold on. let me just say this. Let me just say this.
I'll take another PB.
I love
Beto
because you're a West Coast guy. I think just give me 2 seconds. Listen,
2.5. Go for it.
all right, but in the past couple years, if I wanted to understand anything West Coast, I tune into y'all podcasts.
Oh man, that's big love.
I watch y'all. I did not know that the guy was not. I thought he was a guest feature, but the fact is, I followed the guy because LA gang life is like kind of like crazy to me, right? Because it's real. It's the most thing. After hip hop, most influence you would think. But I watch you guys. I watch what you did. Watch that you guys got iHeartRadio behind you and Black Effect. Big up to Charlemagne.
Big up to Charlemagne.
And it would be remorse for us not to big y'all up. Not just what you guys did prior to that, but what you guys are doing right now. Because you guys are legends then, but you guys are legends now.
Appreciate
if you wanna be from the West Coast, if you wanna be from hip hop and just be co-signed, you gotta go to Gangster Chronicles.
There you go. Slime, come on.
You gotta go to you gotta go to Gangster Chronicles.
Yeah, I think that. Let's go. Watch out right there, nigga.
Oh shit! My bad. I forgot you ain't drinking.
Picture.
Yes. All right. Yo. No.